Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Man Them United podcast, Man Them City podcast, where we discuss all things Manchester United and all things Manchester City. And both teams linked to Donnarumma, people who will be leaving PSG. But where will he be heading? The news broke earlier on today, about Manchester City being interested. There's reports saying that Pep has already spoken to him. So we will be discussing that. Is he the right fit for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola? Will Manchester United make a bid? Will Chelsea go in for him? Will he end up at Galatasaray? And speaking of Manchester City and major movements as well, they've also been linked to Rodrygo. Jack Grealish has joined Everton. It looks like Savinho is on his way to Spurs as well. So plenty going on. When we thought that City was done in the window, seems to be more movements in regards to incomings and outgoings at the Etihad. On the Manchester United side of things, I just mentioned Donnarumma. Of course, you've got the Belieber news that is ongoing. Also, Garnacho potentially leaving, and also Højlund potentially leaving. And just a small matter of United taking on Arsenal on Sunday to open up their Premier League campaign. Well, big up to everyone supporting as always. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, please make sure you pay the tax when you enter the city. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all of the socials as well. Yes, it's flawless at Sarcasm City TV. That's at Yes, It's Flawless at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter/X. Also on Instagram. Make sure you do both of those things, please. Retweet, like, share, all that good stuff. And just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel and hit the notification bell when you do as well. And like I stated, please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Manchester City related. And we do have the Manchester City representative in the building. You know what I'm saying? The GLE gaslighter extraordinaire, one of the best exports ever from Canada. My like Veta Games is in the building. What are you telling me, Veta? You good?
Yo, flawless. Am I good? Am I good? You know what? Whenever I'm able to be on this show, things are good. Whenever I'm able to be on this show, and I want to say thank you for having me on. Listen, people in the chat watching live, people in the chat listening right now, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin. Get back to the screen. Watch what's happening right now. You listening on the platforms. Get over to YouTube. Subscribe. All right. Get my man to the numbers that he well deserves. All right. Yeah. Now, without any further ado, you know what it is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vader Games.
Yo, we got so much to talk about. Flawless. I'm gonna be hydrated. I got my snacks like we're in the pub right now. We're gonna talk some ball. Listen, people. Listen, Flawless is back in the look at him. He's in the Bright Studios. He's in the Bright Studios tonight. Got the bucket hat on. Man's ready to talk some ball. And you know what? The season is right. It's like right around the corner. Yes. Now, we are, Flawless. We are going to talk about Manchester United, Manchester City, 100%. That's what the men them do. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do.
That's exactly that.
For clubs like you and me, treble winners, right? Yes. We don't disrespect what this league's all about. There will be no brushing off, no sweeping away, no avoiding the conversation to the curtain raiser. We will discuss the curtain raiser as well.
Absolutely.
As we talk about Manchester. So thanks for having me on. Let's go, people. Let's go.
Every week, man. Every week I do look forward to the show. It's always good. There's the people do. I see you like in the chat as well. Big up Rebound, big up Rodders, big up Jason as well. Because a lot is going on, like I said in the intro, at Manchester City when it seemed it was all quiet and business was done. No incomings, no outgoings, and then literally in the space of 48 hours, incomings and outgoings over there at Manchester City. So we'll start with the Donnarumma news. We'll start there because he was linked to Manchester United. He was also linked to Chelsea, also linked to Galatasaray as well. And you got reports like this, not the most reliable sources, saying Donnarumma has reached an agreement with Manchester City over a contract at the club and has already spoken with Pep Guardiola. That's why at Tans, I think it's Loic. Obviously not a super reliable source, but your thoughts on this? Because Edison, there's been, for the past couple of years, linked talks of him leaving. You did then go and sign James Trafford this summer as well. So where do you stand with the Don? Because you're someone who's a big fan of Edison as well. You do wax lyrical about him. Donnarumma. Do you like the idea of signing Donnarumma? Don't you? Because if you was, it would mean the end for Edison. So where do you stand with it?
I'm conflicted, man. I'm conflicted. Because Ederson is probably the most complete footballer I've seen at keeper. He is that, like, when we want to talk complete, like we have that conversation of all positions, but for some reason we don't really want to emphasize that with regards to the keeper. He is the most complete footballer I've seen playing that position, and I'm gonna miss him. Now, these rumors are pretty strong, so if it's one in, I think it's definitely one out. I think when we talked last show, when we talked about Trafford, I love the fact that this was a Manchester kid coming back home, right? He did the stint, came back, and he's going to get his shot to maybe compete for number one. And I'm not saying that that's no longer a possibility, but him competing for number one, in my eyes, was always for future seasons. It was never for this season, because Ederson was going to be here. Ederson was going to be the number one. He's going to have his last season and farewell, like we did with David Silva, like we did with Yaya, like we've done with KDB and so on, right? And Aguero. I thought it was going to be one of those. Ederson, you've given us so much. Man out assist many midfielders last year as a keeper alone. So I think he was, bless up, Sheik. I think it was just going to be a case. I think it was just going to be a case where we're going to let him ride out through the sunset and we're going to move on. And I don't know what's changed, because Ederson said, you know what, I'm here for another year, my final year, and then we'll decide. I don't know what's changed. Maybe it's the fact that Donnarumma has essentially made himself available, right? And it's probably something not to wait. Like, let's do it this year to maybe secure what we do next year and so on, as opposed to waiting. I think that's probably the reaction that the club's doing right now. But when we talk about differences, I'm going to go from a complete footballer to Donnarumma, who, hey, I'm not going to question him with regards to his keeping, but in terms of being complete, what he could do with his feet, that's not him.
And that's what makes no sense to me with this link of him to you lot, because he's not a Pep Guardiola goalkeeper. Nowhere is he. I think he's a very good goalkeeper. Yes, I want him at United, 110%. But he don't fit. The reason why Enrique's getting rid of him at PSG is the same reasons that Pep. He doesn't fit Pep. That's what don't make no sense to me. So
and the thing is, can you make it work? Can you hide his shortcomings? Can you disguise what he isn't good at? Yeah, but I think that invites more of a style change for us. And I don't think we're going to be a team that's just going to then abandon keeping possession, especially from a keeper standpoint, because that's going to invite some press. That's going to invite less fear from the opposition. So I honestly don't get it. But in terms of what he does, standing tall, going out and collecting crosses, being one of those that's going to defend that net, I rate him. But his foot skills are lacking, and that's always been a difference maker for us. So we'll see where things net out. The fact that they've kind of come to player agreements, that's always good. But there's a lot that still needs to happen, because Ederson out changes a lot. That's
what don't make no sense. That's why obviously there's no concrete report saying that you've agreed terms with Donnarumma. It's all just a rumor mill going crazy. But I looked at it and I went, that didn't make no type of sense. Like,
I don't get it.
I don't get it, because I don't see you lot lumping it long to Haaland. It's not Pep's style.
And again, even if we were to do that, it's still, it's not just a wild kick. It's still a controlled, well-positioned, well-placed, right? So, and that is not Donnarumma. That's not him. And I know we're all prisoners of what happened recently, but I did not like how it looked like the scouting report. And listen, Chelsea fans, you're welcome. But the way Cole Palmer made sure to keep all of his shots on the ground to get past him, that's where you're taught. If you're going to attack a tall keeper, keep it low, make him have to try to get down to the ground. I'll see where things net out, because again, The rumors are wild. Manchester City is in everyone's mouths right now. Will Smith would be smacking Chris Rock. He would be smacking because everyone's got City with regards to these transfers right now. And I thought business was kind of done. I thought we were kind of chill. I was fighting the other day saying, you know what? All these rumors with regards to attacking players, I want to shore up my defense. I want to get me that right back. I don't want questions. I don't have questions at center back. I don't have questions at left back. I got questions at right back. So I was like, let's go out and get that done. Do we pass up on a deal on Donnarumma? Possibly. And you know what? No disrespect, Flawless. No disrespect. But
go on. Don't be disrespectful. Go on. It's gonna be good.
No. No, I'm being real. No disrespect. But the fact that so many other clubs are interested in him, I think City and Pep being like, I like the player, player details of pretty much lined up. I think we're just another club in the mix. I don't think it was really like we've been on a mission. This seems very reactionary in my eyes.
Yeah, it is. It's because obviously with goalkeeper, it's not like anywhere else on the football pitch. Like if a team's interested in a goalkeeper, like you pretty much know. That's why, because of the James Trafford signing, because of the speculations around Edison. There's been speculation all summer in regards to a goalkeeper. Same with Chelsea, they tried to Simon Young. Same with there's only a handful of teams looking for goalkeepers. So as soon as a goalkeeper the caliber of Donnarumma is available, them teams are automatically going to be linked. It took you lot a while. We was linked to him straight away. Chelsea were linked to him straight away also. So Galatasaray it doesn't surprise me. But you lot reportedly looking at him, I was like, I don't get it. I really don't. I was at a loss because he just not again because I don't think he's a good goalkeeper. Quality. I want him at Manchester United. The fact that the United fans talking about not wanting him is crazy to me. I don't know what they're talking about. I am at a loss. Yes, exactly. Head scratcher. Exactly that veil. Look at them befuddled look on your face. This is the type of stuff I have to deal with all day, every day of my entire life. Like in regards, They
don't want him because there's someone else that they want, or they're happy with who they have.
They talking about wages or his ability. It's both. So some are saying his ability, some are saying wages, some it's a combination of the two. Like he wouldn't be one of the best goalkeepers in the league if he joins. What are we talking about? He's one of the best, and he's not one of the best because the pool is weak. A lot of the goalkeepers in the Premier are decent, competent, good, very good goalkeepers. He's one of the best. He's top 3 easy. What we doing out here?
Yeah,
top 3 easy. Like I don't get it, and especially in an area where we are lacking. It's not even like we have a very good goalkeeper and I go, all right, Fez, we've got solid goalkeeper between the sticks. We have the worst keeper in the league. So we could go from having the worst keeper in the league, exclude the relegation sides because I don't know their keepers, but the 17 sides. We can go from having one of the worst goalkeepers in the league to one of the best. How is that a problem?
You really think he's worse than Sanchez?
Yes. And Sanchez is dreadful.
Oh wow,
but he's worse than Sanchez. That too. So like I don't get it. We're going from having, let's say you think he's bad and Sanchez bad. Let's say he's 16th, 17th. So we're going from having the 16th, 17th best goalkeeper potentially to have the second, third, or fourth best. I don't understand. It was the same with the attack when people were talking about Mbeumo. Don't want Mbeumo. So you're going from having one of the worst attackers in Garnacho or Højlund or Mount to one of the better attackers in the league. Same with Cunha. Same with people with actually, but to everyone's credit, Belieber's been one that everyone's been like, yeah, go get him. But I just Belieber. He's been the one. See, look, United. Let me know, why are you fair? Why don't you mind not getting him, especially at that price? They've already signed a replacement. He'll be 29, 30 million. He's only 26. He could get better, and he's at a level now.
It's true.
Just go get him. And even if it doesn't work out, you probably sell him for the same amount. Because he's done a rumor and he has so much credit in the bank. If he comes here and fails, you can probably sell him for 30 million. Okay, Nacho going for potentially 20, 25, 30 million. Madueke went for 40, 50. You could get that for Donnarumma. He's done more than both those players combined. What are we talking about here?
I don't think you give a keeper 1 year, though.
No, you give him more than 1 year. Actually, depending on how bad the year is, I'm not going to lie. If it's a shaky year where you go your average, you go, all right, cool. It's all 9 a year. It's
wow.
It is, man. Like I'm all for giving players 2 years. I'm with that. But show me something in your first year. Give me something to go, all right, there's something there.
So are you, I know the fact that Chelsea and City are in the mix, are you worried that he won't end up being a United player?
Oh, potentially, yeah, because we're daft enough to not go in for him. I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's a no-brainer. And to Clinton who's saying this, because people saying this, but why the PSG? Because the way Enrique plays, Donnarumma don't fit. That playing out from the back, he don't fit that. That's why they went and signed Chevalier, who is regarded, when every time I talk about him, people say how good this guy is. I've not watched him, so I don't know. But I've not heard anybody say a bad word about Chevalier. Jez was talking about him yesterday, and he was saying how he thinks he could be one of the best goalkeepers in Europe in the next year. People rate him highly. So the reason why they want to get rid of him is that we don't play out from the back. So what does it matter? We don't play like PSG. We don't play like City. If we was, I'd hear it. If we was possession-based, dominating, and trying to play out from the back, we're already rubbish. We have a ball-playing goalkeeper and a rubbish playing out from the back. So what difference does it make? We don't have the players to do so. Onana's a ball-playing goalkeeper.
He is.
And we're
He was before he got there.
Yeah, and we try and we see it, and we don't have the team to play out from the back. So go get Donnarumma. So Clinton, that's why. Nah, but it's not one or the other. It's not one or the other. There's money for both. That's been documented. We got money for both.
You got money for both.
You got money for both. We like you and Liverpool and everyone else. Everyone got money, man.
Wait. I thought isn't Baliba supposed to be a high price tag?
Yeah, he's 100 mil. But Donnarumma,
you got money for that?
Yeah, we got bread for that, man. We got money for that, man.
What is going on over at United?
I didn't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the only team in Manchester with bread. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the only team in Manchester with bread.
Y'all crying poor too much.
It's not just you. Look at Spurs looking to get Savio off you and Eze. That's like 140 between the two of them. Everyone got money. Yeah,
but that's
140. Bear in mind they just bought Kudus as well.
Yeah.
You lot are Spurs like, well, what's it? Yeah, Spurs on the match. Yeah.
Spurs are trying to do. Spurs are trying to get in. Spurs are trying to get in with what
Romano spoke about Manchester United, and someone else put there was another link in the chat talking about why someone dropped a comment about why United can spend more. But I think this is PSR. This was documented a while back. But yes, we have money for all of them. But we haven't gone in for Donnarumma, by the way, people.
You will. Maybe it's just if there's strong interest with City, there's no point, right?
Nah, fuck you.
Like if the player's like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and if these talks between Pep and the player, we've seen it. Like if things are kind of far along, then we don't put our.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them. Like I would like Manchester United to approach. We haven't made the approach. It was the Osimhen thing all over again. Like I wanted us to make the approach. Go and sit down and see what you can negotiate. And we never did that with Osimhen.
Mm-hmm.
We're not currently doing that with Donnarumma. And to me, Donnarumma is a no-brainer. He's a no-brainer whatsoever.
Well, speaking to your last the last chat comment, maybe it is Barella that's the target.
Oh,
Baliba, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he is definitely the primary target. I think that goes without saying. But he's not a lot because he's on the last year of his deal and they've signed his replacement. He's not going to cost a lot, transfer fee wise.
Okay.
Because you can talk to him in 6 months for free.
Yeah, but you're where you want to be in the standings, right? Where you want to be.
That's why I'm saying go and chat to him now. Like I think they would part. I think they would part with him.
Wow, but you guys getting.
Let us get Baliba. Don't do that. I'm saying let us get. What
do you mean? Let us get.
Yeah, let us get Baliba. Let's do it. Actually, you could go in for him, but for whatever reason you won't. Go on.
I guess we could, but I think we have confidence with Rodry's return.
Yeah.
And we also understand.
That's why I want to get it.
I'm not accusing you of this. I'm accusing the ones that don't know ball, that are sometimes in the chat, sometimes that are dropping comments. And again, when your comment, this is a little brief commercial. If your comment doesn't make it, it's two things. The conversation's flowing. Flawless is like, you know what? I'm gonna keep things going, and more likely than not, one of us actually. Oh, about to sneeze.
Oh, good. Bless you.
Thanks, man.
good.
Damn.
Bless you. All good, man.
More often than not, thank you, man. More often than not, Flawless doesn't bring the comment to the surface because we're going to speak to it. We eventually get to it some way.
Yeah, more often than not,
Now,
we do.
And one other reason, and probably this is on the lesser side, your comment is just not good enough. So if your comment doesn't get to the screen, it's just not good enough. All right. So get your game up, stay in the conversation, be involved, and come with something clever. Now, I want to say this with regards to some of these player decisions, right?
Vega's always on. I give him that. Vega don't take days off. I give him that. You are super content. You take no days off. That's a credit to you as a content creator. I agree with this. Apart from late, he's always on smoke. Always, man. Vega never takes a day off.
I appreciate it. Sensei, I appreciate that. When you have the quality at your squad, or you have a vision at your club, you can't always get certain players, right? And you can't always retain on certain players. I get so many silly football fans to be like, Vader, why didn't Manchester City keep Lavia? Why didn't you guys keep Cole Palmer? Then they'll rattle off the list of players. But if you look at the timeline, if you look at who is there in the moment, you can't keep all these players. They have agents. All these players have agents that are telling them, if you're trying to get the bag, if you're trying to get the experience, if you're trying to get to your destination, this is what you got to do. This is how you got to maneuver. We can't keep everybody. So Baliba, as great as it would be to have that addition, what we're gonna get him just in case of Rodri not being good enough.
I get what you're saying with that.
You know what I mean? If Rodri's good enough, what? Then I got Baliba that's ready to leave. That's gonna be moving on. So I think we're not making a move for him either, because we're probably going to do something through the academy, because there's a lot of confidence with who we currently have and how bloated our roster is, or Pep just making do, finding a double pivot, finding something that'll work in the interim. But if we happen to lose out on Baliba, it ain't that bad. It not that bad. Sensei.
Says Flawless, he had an 11 out of 10 performance yesterday, cooking everyone an American waffle. I could imagine, man. I could imagine.
Sensei, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Listen, yeah, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, Sensei, but I'm like Flawless in terms of I am always ready. Like, I'm a ninja that I've always got my weapons with me. Always. Now, always. Do I use them all the time? No. Sometimes I fall back. Sometimes I chill. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it's too confined, right? Sometimes I'm on a panel with 5, 6, 7 other people, and everybody's got to get their time to speak. And on American Waffle, they have that whole system. In the American system, they love putting certain peoples in jails in America. So I happen to be in the cell often. So you don't get that chance to cook. But hopefully we can have more shows like that. With regards to the movements, Flawless, I thought we were going to be chill. I'm hearing rumors with Savio now going to Spurs.
Yeah, we're going to get to all of that. Savio, Grealish has gone out on loan. Doku's still alive, and Rodrygo as well. Before we continue,
rightfully so.
Yeah, it's great. He gonna get as much game time as Garnacho at Chelsea. But yeah, there's over 120 of you in the building. People, run up the likes, because we're only at 33 likes. What is going on? Let's get up to 60 likes. That's what I'm asking for, people. Let's hit that like button. You're clearly hearing, enjoying the content. Make sure you subscribe to Vater's channel, Vater Games TV. The link is in the title. Click the link, opens up a new tab. Subscribe to Vater's channel. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube as well, people, man. Run up the damn likes and subscriptions. So 60 likes, but one short of 15,480. I'm asking for one more subscriber, and there's over 120 of you in there. So 60 likes right now, people. Let's hit that like button and one more subscriber as well. Let's get to it, man. The Rodrygo part, because that is the biggest news surrounding that. So Manchester City have serious interest in Rodrygo and have started contacts to understand the situation and feelings of the player, his family, and his agents, and also Real Madrid, who are open to a sale this summer for an important fee of around 100 million euros. Manchester City hope to eventually negotiate on that price. That's from Fabrizio Romano. So look at you, contacted him and Real Madrid. 100 million euros is being quoted at. Rodrygo would slotting nicely over there on that left-hand side. I can't even hate. And your attack with them, Cherky, Rodrygo, Haaland, Mamouche is That's a serious quartet. That's
Yeah.
a bad boy quartet. Your thoughts on this, Rodrygo?
So yesterday when a little bit of the news broke, I was like, listen, I ain't talking about this. Rodrygo's like Kim K. Like everyone's been talking about Rodrygo. Rodrygo's been passed around.
This is reliable. This is a reliable source.
This is reliable. More has been said because just yesterday was interest. Serious interest. And now when you talk more contract details, you talk about reaching out and clubs talking to clubs. I'll give it more attention. I'm paying attention. I want Rodrygo secured before Savinho has left, though. I'm gonna be real with you. I want one of those where we know maybe it's not been publicly known, but I want both deals happening simultaneously. I don't want this. Oh, Savinho's now gone to Spurs and we're in limbo for a few days and the fan base is stressing and wondering whether Rodrygo's coming or all this kind of stuff. I want both deals done like that. And we have to react this way, Flawless. We have to react this way because we can't allow the ridiculous behavior to continue for 2 seasons in a row. The way Pops Barnes have been moving around, Lex, this needs to stop. This needs to stop.
I hate it has to be you, but I hear you on that.
Flawless, okay, you're in agreement. No.
Yeah. With that part of what you said. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Because there's a certain way to conduct yourself as a winner. You know what I mean? There's a certain way to speak to others, treat others, right? Act like you've been there before. And I get it. I get it when because questionably they have one prem to really speak about. Some will say 2, some will say 1, but in the year that they won a prem, there was no Ballon d'Or given out. Did that season count? No, nobody won a Ballon d'Or that year, but apparently you guys won the prem. I don't know, but they won this one, and I see how they're carrying on. Something we need to stop this. And the way they're so happy, they're so in agreement. They think it's so right for what Isak is trying to do with regards to trying to make a move. All of them are in favor when just a couple months ago they were losing their minds, crying. They were crying all over the timeline. They didn't even want to speak a certain man's name. Large up. They didn't want to speak a certain man's name because he wanted to go somewhere else. He was done with saying it meant more. He was done with the lie. So I need Manchester City to keep pace with Liverpool. Because they just went out record signing with Verts. They just went out and got Ekitike, and he looked good. He looked good in that curtain raiser. And they want to add on to that with Isak. I need my club to respond. We need to respond with appropriate force.
So that's what I was gonna say. Do you want Rodrygo?
Well,
because he seems to, surprisingly to me, which is crazy, split opinion for a man who's done nothing but perform where he's been at. But he seems to divide opinion.
He does, because many wonder why could he not be that starter? Why could he not be the main as opposed to not really getting that playing time, right? Not being kind of in, being kind of out. Again, I think he's still only 24.
That's what I'm saying. So are you fan of him as a player then? If
I'm a fan of his as a player because
does it increase your expectation of City?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, we'll eventually talk predictions on all that kind of stuff. But
we get in the top 8 tonight. Don't worry about that, man. We're gonna do the top 8 predictions tonight with you, my friend. But go on, carry on as you.
Okay.
We've been getting them all week long, man. Barnes and Pops did theirs. Who else? Jez did his. Who else was on? Yeah, I've been getting them all week from everyone. So yeah.
Nice. Rodrygo coming to Manchester City would be great. But here's what, and we were talking about all the movements, right? Liverpool fans, when I tell them that they're favorites for the league, they're like, what? How are we favorites? I'm like, come on, guys, stop this. When you win the Prem and you strengthen, your favorites, all right?
I think it's fair to say they're favorites.
That's fair to say. And this is why I'm saying act like you've been there before, because when I won the Prem, I was expected to speak like I was favorites to win the Prem moving forward. So that's what comes. That's the responsibility of being Prem champions. So I need us to keep pace with Liverpool, and that does mean that we try and stay as close as we can from an attacking standpoint, because that's actually what Liverpool have been doing this year. And the emphasis to try and get Isak, and we know how deadly he is, that would automatically, that would secure them this Prem if I was going into it without.
I think it does. If they get Isak, I think it's a wrap.
Exactly. So, but if I get Rodrygo, I don't want the business to be over, Flawless.
If I said that really go on, why don't you want the business to be over? Go on.
Because unlike Liverpool, my defense isn't set. My defense is questionable. My defense is shaky. You know what I mean? So I lost Walker, and yes, I know Walker wasn't that guy the last 2 years, but I need that replacement. We haven't found that guy. I want a right back. I want a right back that's sound. I want a right back that knows the defensive role more importantly than anything else. And we got Kostanov, who's a center back who could, because he's pacey, could play that role, but it's not natural for him. We got Mateus Nunes, who again, quick enough, but doesn't read the game defensively. So I got concerns there, right? If I'm to keep pace with Liverpool, I want to shore up my defense. So if I get Rodrygo, I still want a right back if we can. I think that's when I would have confidence to be like, yeah, we're going mano a mano. All right, we're knuckling up and there's no problems. But if I don't have that right back, then it's kind of like I got to hope for some things to happen. I got to be really consistent, and I got to
Pep got to make some changes, which I think he will, to be honest.
I really hope so. I
think he'll make some changes.
What we can't overlook is Savinho would be leaving. Jack Grealish is already on loan.
What's on that? Savinho leaving. Happy to see him go. Someone who seems
no. I'm not happy to see him go. Flawless. Listen,
that's money. That's good money for him, though.
Of course, a Manchester United fan talking about money. What I want to emphasize here,
if you were going for 7 million, I'm sure you'd be much more upset.
The money talk isn't what I'm not about the money talk.
So the value of the player don't matter right now.
The value does matter, but
all right then. So it's not a United thing, it's a football fan thing. Got it. Joke, man, yo. This guy try it, yo. I'm just saying. Of course. You're getting good money from him. You get 70 M's from him, you joke, man. That's great money for him, because I don't think he's worth that. It
is good money. I believe we signed him, right? The funny thing is, Flawless. He was signed last summer. Summer, when everybody was saying, "Oh, look at everybody spending," we spent 20 mil last summer. We got Gunnigan for free. We spent 20 mil. But was I carrying on all praising like I didn't buy anyone last year? The way Liverpool fans, they bought Chiesa, 10 mil. It's still 10 mil, 20 mil. Should I have been carrying on like I didn't spend anything? I think that the fact that we got him for 20 and 1 year later, at Manchester City University.
Oh yeah, because was it not are they under the same? Are they like a brother club to you, look? Under the same?
He came over from Girona. He came over from Girona, but the deals are still the deals. The value of the player is still the value of the player. There's no discounts. It doesn't happen. But
he really 25. Yeah, he was literally.
Thank you, Paulus.
I'm looking
at euros.
25 million euros. That's all.
Euros. Hey,
you not going for cheap.
That's probably what 17. That's maybe 17.
How you not flipping him for that much money? 70 M's. He's a decent player, but Jesus.
So this is the thing. Because I know football's a business. I know it's a business. So 1 year at Manchester City University, and I would like the player to remain here.
Fuck, mad.
I would love for the player to remain here, Flawless. Because year one, you don't judge no player year one at Manchester City. Not one. We all know.
Yeah, it could be bad year two.
You know what I mean? But I understand the business side. Now the business side says 1 year and we can flip for 3 times the amount.
You're not getting this. That's crazy.
You're
not selling for that. Let me just double check this. I need to just run that back again so I'll make sure my eyes ain't deceiving me.
Yeah, run that back for the people.
That's got to make sure. Yeah, this is all right. Let's see this. You don't even tell me now.
See,
Oh,
when
so the same report, yeah, it's changing. Here we go. All right, so it wasn't that. This is on the BBC now. Let me have a look here.
Flawless likes that money talk. Let's go. Let's talk that
So
money.
it's saying, yeah, City have signed Brazilian winger Savinho from French side until deal. So it's 40 million euros, which is like 30.8 million, which is still a great deal. So then, how much is he going to report it to Spurs for?
Spurs.
Spurs like 70 M's or something like that.
It's about
What's the
60.
report?
About 60.
60, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's about 60. But I think when we see deals,
it.
Flawless, when we see deals like Mad Dweke happening out here,
yeah,
no
bad
disrespect.
Deal.
No disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect. It's just a bad deal.
But if bad deals are out there, then that drives the price up.
Yeah, it's just the question of
So Savinho's got it. The numbers, the
then again,
money's got to make
for 30 million. So I hear it. Fast.
The money's got to make sense. If the money makes sense, I think Savinho's out the door, and then that money's going to help fund.
That money definitely makes sense.
It does. But
if you double in his price,
to lose a player like this, he was, I think, the best assister to Haaland. He didn't have Savinho didn't have a great year. But when he did connect, when he was on, him and Haaland were working well together. We're gonna miss that. And I think the agent in the player's ear is probably being like, Son just left Spurs. Mm-hmm. Who are you really competing for on that left wing? You got a chance to have consistent minutes. You have a chance to, again, no disrespect. Again, when we talk about a couple shows ago, Lex all over me when I was asking questions. We had the Q&A, and I was like, what's Kudos's motivation? Where's his mentality at to go to Spurs? And then Jez calmly, and I respect it, man, said, you know what? Maybe he's looking at it as a stepping stone. Maybe he's looking to just improve. I think Savinho's got that same mentality.
Of course,
right?
Spurs is a great club to do that. I know European champions.
Exactly. And no disrespect to any of the Spurs fans out there, but I don't think you're a final destination. I think Savinho is looking at, let me get 2-3 years, show what I'm all about, and then make some moves somewhere else.
And to KK, you said there's a reason about the 115 Hey, word to Lex, run me my charges. Because we heard him about, there's been no further reports about these charges. Like I've said from the jump, nothing's going to happen to City of significance.
Listen,
so run me my charges.
There's a saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. But maybe what you think is smoke is steam. All right? Maybe what you think was smoke is steam. There's nothing there, guys. It was a witch hunt. They were trying to do all that they could. And there's a reason why this story or this is taking its while. All right?
Yeah.
We know the Prem's they got to clean some things up. The Prem got to clean some things up. Listen.
I'm not saying you lot did that, but I knew that, again, it's all gone quiet. You don't even hear any updates or like this is happening. Where's someone in the chat? Let me know what's the actual date that the City 115 charges is the date, a court date. Is it set to begin? Is they going to get to a conclusion? Are they still investigating? What's going on?
It's concluded. It's concluded. I'm telling you, it's concluded.
Yeah, I've known this nothing. They weren't going to do nothing to you lot. As much as I would love to see you lot relegated to League 2, that's not going to happen. I already know this.
Flawless. You know what's hurting me, and I know it's not hurting you because you're cold-hearted. Is this this
go on?
This current environment of football, right? Your heyday. When you were wrecking shop, when it was the wild, wild west, and you were owning everything.
Yeah.
Let's be real. There's no FFP. There's no PSR.
Yeah.
What's hurting me right now? I'm seeing so many poachers, so many vultures. Everyone's quick to say, "Oh, we'll go to Newcastle and get so and so player." Everyone's quick to say, "Oh, look, Newcastle, they're not able to draw anyone." Well, when you're on the come up, you got to be able to. What do the ugly, Flawless? I know this ain't you, but we've all been to the club and we know what this is. What does the ugly guy with no social game do at the club? You outspend, right? He outspends.
You reckon it's an outspending thing?
So outspend until you can get. Newcastle don't have the opportunity to outspend and to get amongst the competition like they should. This PSR is complete crap.
Yeah, it has messed them up, but where they messed up was going into the window without a sporting director. Can't do that. Recipe for disaster.
Okay.
To go into a transfer window without a director of football.
Okay. Okay.
They made the mistake of doing the opposite of what I've spoken about with Manchester United. Look to buy from within the Premier League. Shouldn't have done that. They need to go buy from outside the Premier League.
Why?
Because if you and as we're seeing, if you and one of the big six go in for a player, you're losing out.
And they're losing out because of the current environment.
Nah, it wasn't.
If this was an environment without PSR, without FFP.
No, it's not that.
It is that.
They went in for all these players. They just lost out.
They lost out.
They spent 90 million because they just bought Jacob Ramsey for 40 and he spent 55 on Alanga. They just don't have pull like that.
They want to go out and get more though.
Yeah, but again, within the Premier, if them and Manchester City going for a player, we know where the player's going. Put Arsenal there, put Chelsea there, put Tottenham Hotspur there.
But you know what they can't do. You know what they don't have. You know what they don't have the opportunity to do. And I'm gonna be real, recognizing how things change for me. They can't go out and then throw the bag on the table and say,
"Oh, so you're saying it's a wages thing?"
It's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not just the transfers; it's the wages. Because listen. When I was fortunate enough, and I've returned it in favor, so Arsenal fans can't be upset. But when I was going and plucking some of their players to try and get City to get to its level, we had to show a little more of the bag. We had to show more.
It wasn't a bad thing. That's the problem. Players just don't want to go there. It's not a bad thing.
It is because no, but Flawless.
PSR doesn't affect weekly wages.
But spend it's regards to
they could have spent. No, they've gone to go in and spend. None of those things would have took them over PSR. The reason why they've been rejected left, right, and center is because they've gone in for different players and failed. They went in for Delat, they went in for João Pedro, they went in for Embremo, they went in for Cunha.
It's all encompassing though. It's all encompassing
because as well.
But we gotta be honest about it. They don't have the ability to make the splash like they can because of PSR.
No, they could make bigger.
So but you're not hearing me. Going out and getting one player is going out and one player at a time. But when you can display a project, when you can say we're going to be splashing the cash on these 3-4 players, and you guys are coming in, we're going to build something. That's what they don't have the ability to do. And I agree with you because they don't have a sporting director. I agree with you that the strategy is probably all over the place. It's not as sound as it should be. But this PSR.
But they tried that later. They just spent 90 million. If that 90 million was spent on, let's say Cunha was one of them, let's say Kudus was the other, for example. You're looking at them completely different. Or if one of them was Delat or João Pedro. Players just don't want to go there. They just messed up trying to buy from within. If you're not one of the bigger clubs in the Premier League, buying from within is not the way to go. It's not the way to go. If you're 4th, 5th, 6th, and trying to break into the top 4 permanently or 3rd or 2nd, buying from within is not the way to go. You can do it start like you lot did it start with Arsenal. We did it. But you have to, if you're Newcastle, if you're Villa, you gotta go outside the Premier League.
Okay.
Go outside but that's where they messed up. See, man, I'm saying like TK rejected them, Guehi rejected them. Like, again, the strategy. Because people think that Champions League is the be-all and end-all. That's why people don't understand why Manchester United is still able to get players they can get. And I said this to you on this show, said it countless times, even when Troops was running his mouth over the summer, and even today he was like, I don't know how you lot do this. I said, because we're Manchester United. And it still holds weight. It still holds weight. We finished 15th, horrific season, order, and still went and picked up players. Still went and picked up players of quality and adding a potential believer to that too. You know why? Because we're Manchester United. What did Embremo say? Oh, it's my dream. It was Manchester United as soon as they came in. I wore the shirt growing up. A man think that Champions League is going to stop man from doing that. That nostalgia will kick in.
Well, you know I could be wrong with this information, but I think that Newcastle also have to be really careful with how they manage their wages. So what they could offer an Isak to be happy to remain at the club because of how he's compensated isn't a possibility. So that's why I was emphasizing this PSR, because does.
To an extent, yeah. But where they messed up was not getting the players in. Because they are we're on the cusp of like, all right, making a real goal for top 4, making a real goal for top 3, because they have the base there.
Yeah.
2 years out of 3 in the Champions League.
They were a dangerous team last year, Flawless.
Yeah, exactly.
Dangerous. They just missed out.
Add Guehi, add Cunha, add Kudus. I'm just using those 3 as examples. It's so much better side to what they already have. And you got Kudus and Cunha on either side with Isak. And then you got the shield midfield that'll beat you up, and then add Guehi. And let's say a fullback to that. Let's say they would have signed Anthony Robinson. I just throw him in there, for example, at Newcastle alongside of Guehi, had more pace with Eddie Howe. Like, well, again, Champions League is not the be all and end all like people try to make it out to be. Oh, United finished, and no, like United will still be United. Yes, we struggle to an extent, yes. But also, we was having this discussion yesterday. Shout out to Sheik and Eddie on the Man United about the Europa League. And I said it at the time, and losing that was a blessing.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
It was a blessing. 100%. Don't do what? I don't think we make all them moves if we win that competition. No, it's not a copium thing. I wanted to win the competition. I'm not coping. Let me repeat that. I wanted to win. What I'm saying is, I don't think your boy Omar and the rest of Ineos make all these moves if we win. That's what I'm saying. That's his guy. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. So no, it's not a copium thing. I wanted to win the competition. But the point I'm making is, if we win that, I don't know if we're making all of these moves we're making. Not so much incomings, more so the outgoings. I don't think there's so much emphasis on getting players gone. Garnacho to Chelsea, Højlund out.
I disagree.
Etc.
You'd be playing in Champions League.
Yeah, so players are more likely to stay, and we're more likely want to keep players as well because they've helped us in this dreadful season win a European trophy.
So you think these player departures is because of the season that United are about to have, so they don't want anything of it?
No, the season we just had.
Yeah, no, what? No. But hold on. The players that have left.
Only the runs that's left is Rashford. He was going to leave anyway. But I'm talking about the emphasis from both the club and the players on leaving. If we win the Europa League, I think that papers over a lot of the cracks. If we win that Europa League, but here's what: if we win the Europa League, Jez mentioned it here. Garnacho doesn't do the crash out. I think Garnacho stays. I think Højlund stays. I'm not sure if we go and get Sesko. And Bremo and Cunha, yes. I'm not sure we go get Sesko. I'm not 110% sure we go and get Baliba if we win that Europa League. Because there's so much more emphasis on. Look at what Amorim did. As horrible as the season was, you would have spanned this. He won you lot of Europa League because people did the same with Ten Hag. And the Europa League is a bigger trophy than those two. And people use that for Ten Hag in regards to, he won 2 trophies. If Amorim would have won that Europa League, it would have been, it's the same conversation with more people who are backing him, have more to back him with. There's more ammunition. Oh, look at what he did with such a terrible team and such a terrible season. He won the Europa League. What could he do with the same nonsense I hear now? What could he do with his own players? What could he do with pre-season? What could he do with training?
So what I'm hearing is your manager is getting backed more for the loss than he would have, you believe, if he were to win.
Not necessarily him. I mean more so overall the club. Because I think they also look at it, not just the manager, not just Amorim. I'm saying
so the club. You're saying the club doesn't strengthen after a win like they do now after a loss.
No, because I think they also want to get back into Europe and realize how much of an absolute car crash last season was. Whereas if we win the Europa League, it's not deemed as bad. Even though it was a car crash, it's not deemed as a car crash.
Okay.
It's Ten Hag winning the FA Cup, which was a car crash of the season. But because he won the FA Cup, it was kind of like, the season wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was awful. It was a dreadful season overall. The season we won the FA Cup was dreadful. Take out the FA Cup.
You finished 8th.
Yeah, which is awful.
Wow.
Because no one had us 8th. Like you like to mention about Klopp, we went from 3rd to 8th with reinvestments. Can't drop from 3rd to 8th and everything fall off. and then you be saying what you're saying. Yes, the window wasn't the best, but you co-signed that. You wanted Mount. You've tried to sign him 3 times. I think is it 3 times? Yeah, you tried to sign him twice already before you got here. So
is Mount leaving?
No, unfortunately, he's one who's gonna be one of those that survive.
He sells kits, doesn't he?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
Makes you think Mount's one of our top sellers. Absolutely not. Mount ain't got that cachet like that.
Okay.
I
thought he had that look to sell kits.
Nah, he ain't sell kits. I bet if you Google Manchester United top shirt sellers, if he's in the top 5, I'd be super surprised.
If you were to guess, who would be the top 5? If you were to guess.
Membremo, Cunha, Bruno.
Okay, well, before the new additions, let's stop this.
So Bruno, Euro. For some reason, Garnacho, people just love to defend him. Trying to think over it. Ahmad, yes, Ahmad would definitely be a shout.
Okay.
And trying to think over it. Who else? Probably Casemiro.
Fair. Okay, fair.
Probably Casemiro. Because of that, because of everything beforehand and him, like that's one name they'll sing all of the time. Rashford would be up there as well, Baz, but obviously the Rashford would have been, but he ended up leaving. Rashford would have been in the mix. I'm
happy for Rashford. I'm happy for him. It's going to be a nice season.
Extremely happy for Rashford. Super happy for him. Over the moon for him. I think he's gone to a great situation, and I think he's going to do very well. And then he's going to get us, the 25 million from the end of the season.
Talking about money. Right? United fan talking about money again.
Because money makes the footballing world go round. You know what I'm saying? How did you get to the top? You know what I'm saying? It was all freebies and academy players, wasn't it?
I'm giving away too many academy players right now, Flawless. Damn.
Yeah, it was all academy. You lot didn't go and raid Arsenal. It was all academy players, man. That's what it was. And freebies.
No, I'm losing. To get back to the kind of the transfers. I'm losing Savino potentially. Yes. I'm losing James McAtee. Rumor is Forrest.
Big up Catch as well. Big up Catch.
I'm losing Jack Grealish on loan. Those are 3 exits, Flawless.
Yeah, but you ain't fussed about Grealish. Well, go on.
Wait, what? What?
Because you ain't a fan of Grealish. You said this.
Why are you saying that?
Because you've said this.
I said I'm not a fan of Grealish.
You don't rate Grealish. You don't rate Grealish like that. You said this.
I don't.
You think he's your worst attacker right now at your club? Yeah, I get this guy. This guy thinks I forget what he says.
Is he the worst?
You don't know. You think he's your worst attacker, is what I'm saying. I don't think he's your worst attacker. You think he's your worst attacker.
No. I'd say probably James McAtee.
Take out James McAtee. Who's next? It's Grealish.
It would be Grealish.
Yeah, it would be.
This past season was really poor. He was really poor.
My point still stands.
But before he let his form drop like this, when his second season for us, the trouble season, I couldn't have asked her. I couldn't be critical of him because I know he was doing I know he was doing the manager's instructions.
Big up Sai.
Sai, no, don't big up Sai.
The chat, man.
No,
the chat
no,
man. The chat, no, man. You can't kid the people in the city, man. When we hear when you're in the city, everybody's around their TV watching the show. Everybody's locked in like it's the 90s, early 2000s. Everybody in the city is locked in. So they know because they don't let me forget anything. They tell me, the chat tell me about stuff I forgot I said at points. Yeah, you was running jokes about such and such and said this.
You talk crazy. You're reckless. But what I'm emphasizing, Grealish's past 2 seasons I wasn't happy with. But if I could get Doku to give me that something like Grealish's locked in trouble season, I'm cool with that. The problem is Grealish couldn't sustain it.
I did cut you off. You were talking about the 3 exits. Go on, carry on. Grealish, potentially Savino, potentially
and McAtee. Okay. That's 3 exits to only 1 arrival in Rodri. That is concerning. But if I'm going to speak out loud and I'm going to go Foden, Oscar Bob, Shirky, I'm going to go Holland, Marmouche, I'm going to go Doku, Rodrygo.
You lot got a team, man. You lot got a team. I can't lie. You lot got a team. 3 exits. 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 3 painful.
I guess I can't be too mad with that. I can't be too mad with that.
Of course, yeah. Like that's it. If you add Rodrygo to your team, it's like, all right, cool. Because you got him, Foden, you got Haaland, you got Mamouche, you got Cherky, you got Doku, who does have his uses as much as I crash on him.
Yo, he had the most. I think he had the most dribble pass last season. He was the most attacking.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
We need that.
He's the highest on that list and then the lowest for cross completion. I hear it, man. Yeah.
Is he? I don't believe he's the lowest.
Probably. If not, he's probably actually. You know what? He's probably second to last. Garnacho's probably the lowest. Probably Garnacho.
What I would like to see though, and here's the thing, Flawless. If the football gods allow me to keep pace with these media darlings, to see Rodrygo and Doku training pitch, learning from one another, Doku really watching and getting locked in with how Rodrygo looks to carve up players and how he's so efficient with regards to what he does, then yeah, it's a win-win. Because imagine Rodrygo cooking that left side for 70 minutes, 65 minutes. And then, yo, Doku, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's a long day for any right back. So I hope it can happen. Those exits are probably what we're going to deal with. And where I'm going to be most vulnerable, the reason why I'm not letting no Liverpool fans say that they're not favorites is because we're still going to be vulnerable because right now in my midfield, I got Reinders, I got Rodri, kind of questionable. I got Kovacic, questionable. I'm going to have Bernardo Silva. I'm going to have Nico Gonzalez. I'm going to have, and again, it could be Shirky, it could be Foden. I mentioned them earlier, but they could play on the wing. They could play central. I'm not exactly sure what Pep's going to decide on. But the midfield and my defense is where my concerns are, Flawless, and where I'm most vulnerable. Everybody wants to remind me of what happened in the Club World Cup.
No, I think that's fair. Your midfield and your definitely defense, but I expect Pep to figure that out. You lot just got to press better. If you don't go and stand a right back who's super athletic and got pace.
The pressing is going to be an issue because I don't think that's the strength of Holland, to be honest with you. The man's
get with the program, mate.
The man's 6'5", like
you can press.
Him exerting, he's not the most nimble. So that's my concern. Maybe again, I would leave it up to Pep to kind of figure out what the system was.
That's it. You Pep.
And maybe it's a case similar to what many have seen with regards to Messi, right? Now, relax. I'm not saying that Holland is like Messi, but I am saying if it weren't for Messi,
Doku's like Messi. I hear it. Sorry.
If it weren't for Messi, Holland would be a Ballon d'Or winner, and Manchester City would have had back-to-back Ballon d'Or winners. But Pep set up a system, and teams that had Messi set up a system where everybody did the hard work except for him. Maybe it is a case where Holland isn't quite the key presser, and everybody else has to be dialed in. We'll have to wait and see. But so much is happening, Flawless. And if I can make this happen, and I'm gonna be chill. I'm not gonna expect anything, but if it happens, I'm happy. And then we do what football needs, right? We do what's required. This 21, Liverpool cannot acquire this 21. They can't. Now they can acquire 21 at another time. They also can't. They can't do back to back.
Agreed.
They can't do back to back. Real quick question, Warrior J, everybody in the chat. Have you guys heard anything? Have they started any talks about Liverpool winning, buying the league? Has that come up yet?
Yeah, of course, it's been a conversation. You know this.
Has it been in conversation? There's been
conversation. Yes.
For real, mainstream media have been talking about Liverpool buying the league.
I don't follow mainstream media. I'm in the sarcasm city streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
That's where I'm at.
And how have the Liverpool fans been dealing with the talks in the streets with regards to them buying the league? Are they owning it, or are they trying to downplay it?
Don't do it. They over the moon. They getting the Infinity Stones over there. They know if they get Isak, it's a wrap. That's what they're looking at. They obviously been.
But now it's okay. Now it's okay to buy the league.
Yeah.
Frauds.
That's it. Like they again. I've said this when you're talking about money thing and people mentioning charges. Run me my money. Pay the money. Get me my charges if it gives me success. I want success at all costs.
Oh, you're asking for you to breach.
Yes, if it means winning, yeah, it worked for you lot. Run me
No,
my
we did
charges.
no. Stop doing that. Stop doing
Okay,
that. Don't
allegedly
say it
then.
worked. Okay.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? If you lot did
Thank you.
cook the box, let's say allegedly you did. Hey, cook, do the City thing. I'll say that then. Do the City. Go run up 115 alleged charges and run me my 4-peat, please. And my Champions League and my treble. Thank you very much.
Wow.
It worked for Forest. Forest got hit with a punishment.
That's very Forest are very different. Forest blatantly they knew what the rules and they stepped over them.
If we have to break some rules and take some charges to go from 15th to 5th, hey, albeit cool. Do what we gotta do.
No. See, I don't understand you guys. You guys that represent Liverpool and United, I don't understand how you guys are not trying to be the sheriffs of the sport. I don't understand how you guys aren't trying to be the examples for others to lead. Like
I don't care about being the example. I just want to win. We've discussed this long enough.
Wow.
That's I leave that to all of you, all of this extra stuff that don't matter. And it's crazy because people always use extra stuff just to get away from the actual point. I just want Manchester United to be successful. That's all I care about. That's it.
On another show, we're gonna have to talk about what if there was a football heaven. You don't care about that.
Don't care about that. What did I do on a football in heaven? I don't give a shit. Put me in football in hell if it means I'm down there with multiple primes and multiple champs.
Oh, this guy.
I've seen like 11 league titles and 2 Champions Leagues. What are we talking about?
Oh, this guy.
I think the first one I remember was like 95, 96. So who cares?
Crazy.
I said, who said it? Look at the damn badge. Yeah. What are we doing out here?
You red clubs make me sick.
Oh, you want to do that? You want to be the holier than thou noble guy? You know, we stand as one. You can do all that. Let's care about the Premier League. Great. That's your bag. You know what I'm saying? You're over there being a preacher. That's you, man. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? This guy want to preach to the church and talk to the congregation and all this rubbish. Run me my Premier Leagues. Run me my Champions Leagues, FA Cups, League Cups, multiple trophies. Success. And it seems we are actually going in the right direction, it seems, which is good.
It is good. Glazers and Ineos are doing good business.
They are. One thing I will say is whoever's on the transfer side of things has been getting it spot on now for 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Whoever he is, or
Omar, whoever he
Omar,
hired, give him credit.
Whoever it is, props to you for that. Now we just need to sort out everywhere. Everywhere else is a mess. That's the problem. Sort out everywhere else, including this idiot in the dugout. But and more other things. Why are we saying yikes? Like, it's pretty polite, to be honest.
Idiot in the dugout, though.
Yeah, he's not the brightest. He's not. As we was discussing last week, when you was like, so you think the manager doesn't want to be here? Yeah. I was telling you this before the reports came out about him looking to resign twice. Because everything he was saying and how he looks was telling me these things.
If you had your choice, right? Let's say it's the Spider-Verse, right? You had your choice of the 3 different Spider-Mans, but in this case, you have your choice of 3 different managers currently constructed. You want Ollie, you want Ten Hag, you want Amarin.
I'm saying, where's the 4th option, man?
No, come on, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why are you giving me 3 terrible options? Why is there no good option?
What do you mean? One manager, all managers brought you to finals.
They're all cool. And
which one of the 3?
I don't want any of them.
Currently constructed.
None of them are good enough. None of them are good enough.
Okay, let me ask you this: Have you seen peak Amarin yet?
I don't think he has a peak.
Oh, so we haven't seen it yet.
United. I don't think he has a peak. I don't think he has the ability to do anything here. Can he go elsewhere and be successful again? Yes, I think he can. But the longer we stay, the more he can't. Ollie was cooked from the beginning. Yeah, interim Ollie was peak Ollie. Interim him, but that died. Like, you can only be an interim for so long. And that's why it took him 5 years to get a job. What do you mean?
I think he was enjoying retirement for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so teams was offering Ollie jobs left, right, and center, and he said no until a Turkish side popped up. All right, sure.
I think he. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Premier League sides and League On sides and the Liga sides were offering him jobs left, right, and center, and Ollie waited half a decade and then went the shit task. All right, okay, sure. Yeah, makes all the sense in the world, man. I hear you. Mhm.
Let me ask you this.
Go on.
With how you are currently constructed,
Yeah.
has your confidence grown with what this season might mean for you?
Absolutely, because we've added talent. We've
Mm.
added genuine quality. So we will be better because of that. And especially in the attack as well. We've transformed our attack.
You feeling
So,
you feeling 50-50 for the opener?
Didn't I said draw the entire time? Yeah, 50.
You said draw.
Yeah.
Even with the additions.
Even with the additions, because we still got major problems. Bayern in goal, Maguire at centre back, Bruno Agate in midfield, probably Mason Mount up top because Sesko's not up to speed. Problems. And also Arsenal are a very good side.
Draw.
So,
okay.
Problems.
Okay.
Now, if we had a different manager, I would be much more confident.
Goodness.
What are we talking about? Oh, goodness. If we had a better manager, it'd be good. I said 80 goals this season for United Plus. No, but I actually have two players out there that I think get double figures in the Prem, which is, I can't remember the last time I've said that. I trust two players to actually go and get double figures in the Prem. I think our attack, I think the trio gets 40. So that's
a great question, actually. Are you outdoing? You're definitely outdoing the goals for.
I think the front three between Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko get close to everything we scored last season. They should get 40 goals between them, to be honest.
Damn.
Mbeumo should get 15, Cunha should get 15, Sesko should get 10. Which takes us to 40. And then the rest of the team combined can get 25, which would take us to 65. So not 80, but 60. Record best, we should get 65 minimum.
Okay. How are you feeling about goals against? You're going to be better defensively?
If we get the Belieber and a goalkeeper, yes.
Okay.
But we'll still concede goals, and we still won't score as many. This manager's still a major problem. But the individual players will help.
Okay.
Same way, we're going to score more goals, not because of anything he's doing, because we have better attackers. And
we need to wait and see. Don't do that, because if we see a change in pattern of attack,
and
you
if
got to
we
give
see
credit.
a change in patterns, I will sit here with you and say, "Hey, have we seen a change in pattern?" I'll be smiling from ear to ear. I'm over the moon. Not only has this manager had a complete transformation, he's gone from Krillin to Super Saiyan 3. We've also got quality attackers out there. I'm tired of this. All people always with these dreams. That's what it is. Because we had the same conversations around in Ten Hag. What happens if he changes it around?
I'm not doing the dream. I'm not doing the dream thing. I'm just saying we have to wait and see if it's not.
But what's your prediction for it? Do you believe he's going to do that? Because I already know he's not going to.
Yeah, I think he changes.
What did he change?
I think. Well, again, I haven't watched you guys in preseason.
Yeah, see, neither have I. But from the comments, I already know what it is.
So from the people that have watched the preseason, don't see a change in build up or change in
no change in build up because we don't have no new players in build up. No change in our midfield because we have no new midfielders. All that looks better is our attack. You know why? Because we signed 2 better attackers. Who would have thought once again Mbeumo and Cunha is an upgrade?
Let me ask you this: were you guys
watched all the games? No change.
Were you guys right side or left side dominant last season? Like the emphasis right side.
Right
okay.
When Ahmad was fit, right side.
Okay. And when he wasn't fit?
Terrible all around. 2 players who went 0020. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Listen, all I'm gonna say, everybody, listen, you guys that are subscribed, you guys in the comments, just understand. I'm gonna be in the chat on Flawless's channel. I'm gonna ask the appropriate questions to see whether things have kind of changed, whether the attack's been different, whether maybe possession's been different. You know,
I went to see the Everton game. Man was there live. Hope you enjoyed it, Canal, in Atalanta. No change at all in 0 in-game management. Who would have thought that it wasn't preseason or it wasn't needing time to get his own players? This man is just not very good at his job. Literally just having this discussion with Sad. We will
all be watching. We will all be watching the United and Arsenal game.
Of course.
So from a pattern of play, retaining possession, even trying to win back possession. Those are things that I'm going to be looking at. Those are things that I'm going to be posing the questions on. Now, if they happen to be exactly the same as last year, they're exactly the same as last year. If they happen to be tweaked, impressed, maybe adjusted, and again, I get it. Maybe you have different players, so you're going to emphasize certain things differently. But I'm just going to ask the question: if you guys happen to look exactly the same, okay, it's on the manager. If there's some changes, I would, and again, Flawless is very fair this way. I would expect him to point out some of the positives.
Yeah, if the manager does certain things that like if he puts out a good lineup, I'll say, hey, that's a good lineup.
Yeah.
But if he puts out a good if Xerxes lines up with Mbremo and Cunha, and I know Maz is injured, I think Heaven's injured as well, and it's Delit, Yoro, and Fredrickson, I'll go, hey, I didn't expect that. Quality to quality won't be, but credit to you. If you start Xerxes, I'll go, hey, credit to you.
Now,
start Xerxes in that game against Arsenal.
Flawless, it wasn't too long ago you played in the Community Shield.
Yeah, the season before. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Now, when you're in the Community Shield, you want to win it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, it's not really the be all and end all. Just so I want to win it the same way I want to win preseason games. I don't really care for the Community Shield. I can't lie.
I don't like your attitude.
I don't care. It's a glorified friendly.
It's a curtain raiser.
It's a to you it is, to me it's a glorified friendly. It's
not
never
a friendly.
That's why I said glorified friendly. I think it's
not
a friendly with spice.
It's not a glorified friendly.
It means nothing in the grand scheme of things, because it means nothing in the scheme of things.
So you believe the same thing with regards to like the Spanish Super Cup, Italian Super Cup, with regards to that?
I can't comment on that because I'm not in the La Liga worlds or Serie A worlds to see how serious they take it. I can only talk about it from a Premier League perspective and supporting the side in the Premier League. Manchester United have been in more Community Shields than I can count, to the point when it was for the Charity Shield. Just don't get embarrassed. If you didn't get battered, it's like, all right, cool. It has zero bearing on anything to me. You win, you lose, it's like, all right.
Okay, here's
how much I don't care. I don't even remember our result from it last year.
That's because you lost it.
Who did we lose to you, lot?
Yeah.
What was the score?
2-1, I think.
2-1. See, you don't even think I couldn't get less. I trade in all my Community Shield losses for a trophy right now. Someone was like, you'll lose the Community Shield for the next 10 years, but you'll win.
This is such.
You'll win a Premier League. Cool.
Flawless. That's never the conversation. It's never the conversation of I'll give up this loss to get this win. Everybody would do that.
How insignificant it is to me. That's what I'm saying.
No, but everybody would do that. You'd give up a League Cup loss if it meant you're going to get the Prem or the Champions League or the FA. Like, you can always leicester a competition. But the point is,
the League Cup is miles clear of a Community Shield. That actually means something. I want to win those games. Every time I'm in the League Cup, I want to win it. Every time I'm in the FA Cup, I want to win it. Every time I'm in the Europa League, I want to win it. I don't want to win the Community. I don't care about the Community Shield.
I've said this many times. I don't want ever to have the arrogance, the I'm too big for this attitude like you United and Liverpool fans when it comes to trophies. Like, it's absolutely disgusting to me. Competition's competition. Listen, you can say that.
Blame them because this shit used to be shared. So blame them.
Wait,
when the game was drawn, it was shared.
Yeah, that's different. That was that competition at that time.
That wasn't too long ago, you know. That was the 90s.
Yeah, it's a very long time ago, though. That's a very long time ago.
Hey, we ain't now. Don't do all that.
No. I'm saying in terms of from a quote unquote generation.
So go on. I know where you're going with this point, but go on. Yeah, it's not arrogance. It has no bearing. No, I've never been like I want to win the Community Shield this season. It's a parade for a Community Shield.
Okay, the fact that you don't want to prioritize it, the fact that it's never been of importance, I get that. I don't ever want to get to that level. I don't want to have a competition in front of me and being like, you know what, I could care less.
How many of you don't won?
I don't know. We've probably won.
How many Prems you won?
So we've won 10 titles, 8 Prems. Okay. We've
probably
won 3.
That's the difference right there. Rolled off the tongue instantly.
What?
Don't know how many Community Shields when you know how many Premier League.
No, because I don't.
No,
I can't tell you how many FA Cups we've won.
Yes, because it's not a major. That's
no, but it's not. Again, if I was asked that often enough, it'd be something that I retain up here. I don't get asked that, so it's not something that's quick.
What would you prefer to win, the FA Cup or the Community Shield?
No, both. Don't do that. I'm not like
no,
that.
No, I could ask. What would you prefer to win, the FA Cup or the Community Shield?
What else am I winning that year?
They're the two. You win one or the other.
Okay. Well, financially, I get more from the FA Cup.
Okay, so you prefer to win the FA. What would you prefer to win, the FA Cup or the Community Shield?
I'd want to win the FA Cup.
Carabao Cup or Community Shield?
I want to win the League Cup.
5-0 win at Anfield or the Community Shield?
The Community Shield.
Okay, fast. That's crazy to me, but fast. Go on, carry on. I'm just getting a drink. Man's still there. That's crazy.
Listen, the point is, and I get it. I get you guys. You guys that have your trophy haul, right? You want to poo-poo, diminish, not really care about. I'm just saying, I don't ever want to get to that point. I don't want to have a competition in front of me and be like, I could care less whether we win this or not. That's what I'm trying to get at. Now, I want to win everything in front of me. There's only one club, Flawless. And those of you in the chat, there's only one club that have won all the domestic trophies. There's only one club that has ever won all the domestic trophies. And when we talk domestic trophies, whether you want to call it a major, I get it. Don't call it a major. But only City have won the Community Shield, the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Prem. The four middables. We're the only club to do it. And you don't win all four when you have an attitude like United or like Liverpool and be like, I could care less whether you win this or not. You don't win those four trophies. You don't make history.
It's not a trophy.
You don't do what no one else has ever done before.
It's not a trophy, it's a shield. Not a trophy.
You don't win the shield in addition to those other domestics without the attitude of wanting to win everything in front of you.
With vibrate. Run me Captain American shield over it, but Lord.
See, I don't want that attitude. I don't want, while you enjoy your chocolate, I don't want that attitude. I want to be able to win and have the attitude to want everything won in front of me. That's how you change things. That's how you have history. And clubs like you, like United, like Liverpool, quote unquote institutions, it's a terrible look to then have your noses up with regards to the Community Shield.
Talk about winning it all, but you was the one who was saying we should back Ten Hag and back Amorim and all this rubbish. You have serial losers. Well, go on, carry on as you were.
No, I said back them because I think they can get to the ability of winning.
Okay, cool. So you think Amorim can turn this around at Manchester United?
Yeah, but you guys aren't going to give him the time. United fans are going to.
The board are going to give him the time. The board what more could the board have done for him?
Time is 3 years. I don't think he gets 3 years.
Okay, so you can fail for 2 years and they should still give you the third. So if we finish 10th this season and 12th the season after, they should give him the third year.
No, after finish 15th, if you finish 10th or you finish 9th,
okay,
and you make it so it's not you make another final, huh?
So results matter. It's not 3 years because
results do matter.
So it's not necessarily 3 years. It's earned. You shouldn't just get 3 years.
No, I would never say I would never say you should just get 3 years. But at the same time, if a manager is finishing 5th or finishes 7th, I don't think that's the year to just kick him out if he's finished 3rd and finished 5th and gave you trophies. That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
because performances don't matter to you. That's why.
No,
manager can win an FA Cup, finish 5th, and be awful in regards to how he managed. But he managed to pick up an FA Cup.
Yeah, but
like people use that for him because he finished 8th or won the FA Cup. We should keep him.
Yeah, my whole point, and this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be such a great soap opera type season because Ten Hag is employed again, right?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, there's no possibility of United and Leverkusen running into each other this year, unfortunately. But I can't wait for that to possibly happen next season.
That's crazy. You think he's gonna be there a season after? But all right, cool.
You think he's one and done? You think he's gonna be one and done?
You see all the players they're losing.
The players have won everything. That's not uncommon. Players that have won everything.
I'm talking about the players they're losing in terms of the quality they've lost.
Okay, so yeah, so more reason why they wouldn't hold that over the manager if he's losing quality.
All right, cool.
But what I want to get to, because again, it was just a year ago where I played in the Community Shield. I want to win it. I hear your point, and I'm not judging you on it. I'm just saying I don't want to have that type of perspective in terms of I could care less. I want to win everything in front of me, and I was incredibly proud of my club when we were able to win. To your point, the Shield and the 3 other domestic trophies. No one's ever done that, and no one's ever done that because of attitudes like Liverpool and like United being like, League Cup, I'd rather the FA Cup, Prem. I'd rather the Prem than the FA Cup. Attitudes like that, no, I want to win what's in front of me. The fact that Pep went out there and we won 4 consecutive League Cups, I like that. I like that attitude. I like that winning attitude, Flawless. I didn't like how Liverpool.
The League Cup I get.
I didn't like how Liverpool fans were reacting after their loss.
Of course,
because it's disgusting to me. Don't do this.
But I think they were more bothered about the performance rather than the actual loss itself, which that I do understand.
But yeah, you're going to be upset about the performances, and those performances resulted in that poor result. You had your 2 players.
I think there would have been less backlash if they would have played well and lost. I think Liverpool fans are concerned about the loss because of the manner of the performance, not the actual result.
That would have been even more concerning. Had they played well and lost to Crystal Palace, who obviously would have played better, that's like, well, they played so well and they still lost to Crystal Palace. That's concerning. But they saw this as so
well, but a bad performance.
So many excuses were made. So many silver linings. So many.
Welcome to my world as a Manchester United fan.
Yeah, you guys are moving the same.
Yeah. No, welcome. No. I'm talking about when managers are failing here. You hear all the excuses under the sun. So many silver linings. Welcome to my world. The same thing you're talking about. Welcome to my world. This is exactly what I have to deal with. See how you're shaking your head and everything you're about to talk about, I deal with and have done for the past 2 years.
There's well, the silver linings are different.
Go on.
Because
I'm saying the excuses and the silver linings, and
I hear you.
But here we are, and it's all this dream stuff. What if they do this? What if they do that? What if he turns it around? Why does it have to be a dream scenario? But go on, carry on. I just like the fact that you are, you know what I'm saying, dealing with what I have to deal with, even though it's different.
I hear it. I don't like the clubs that are supposed to be representing the league talking, especially from a fan base standpoint, talking down on these trophies. I don't like it. Like before they won their 20th, many said United most successful English club. Now that they've matched you in 20, there's an argument to be said that they are the most successful club. I don't want the most successful club that are so amped about winning it all, not talking about or being cool with, being content with, being nice and chill with losing in a Community Shield. It's a curtain raiser. It should be an example with regards to what is expected for now. The fact that Van Dijk had that game, the fact that Mo Salah had that game and had that penalty. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you. These crossover shows that the chat want to hype up and have, chat, be so thankful the crossover show did not happen after this Community Shield. Because these men would have gotten cooked. They would have gotten cooked because the players that they had to secure. They had to make sure that these contracts were locked up. They had to get these 30-plus players locked up for another 2 years, the most expensive players, and they themselves had stinkers like that. Be lucky this crossover didn't happen. We're gonna have this crossover when things are nice and calm.
International break, man. That's when we're gonna do the crossovers.
All right, international break. Things are nice and calm. There's not gonna be anything at stake.
Oh no, it will be because there would have been 3 games played, so it'll be interesting to see where people are. And I swear, a lot of the big 6 by that point, not exactly at that point, would have played each other and will know where they're at and stuff. I think we play 4 games in or 5 games in.
I think we play Spurs second game, so that's if I'm remembering correctly. But
That's fine. And I despise them, but it's just the Veta just gonna continue to punch shots at them because they're the active rivals right now. Whereas I'm just more particular with it. That's all.
Wait. No. I'm not the big. No, Flawless is the biggest Liverpool hater.
No, it is, but you do it on a more regular basis on the show in particular we're talking about. Because they're your active rivals right now. Whereas with me, I'm just more selective with it. They could be in League 2 and it's fuck Liverpool. Like it's fuck Leeds and they ain't done shit in my entire life.
I hear it. But at the same time, what I'm speaking to isn't coming from a place of hate. This is me observing and being like, listen, you're supposed to be representing England and the Community Shield.
Holier than thou.
Hey, how does the saying go, chat? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. If you can't deal with that, don't have it. If you can't be an example, don't be it. So I was laughing, enjoying some of the things that I was hearing, some of the downplay. Your most expensive players had stinkers.
Yeah, they didn't play well. That's facts. They didn't play the game.
The Liverpool fan base that were so quick to talk about the PGMOL and what happens against them and who nothing's done in their favor. Y'all were mad quiet. Y'all were mad quiet after that Community Shield. I don't want to hear no referee talk. Stop it. They tried their very best for you guys to win that thing. And if I hear another fraud talk about this Community Shield curse, there's no curse. You know why?
The record speaks for itself, though.
The record speaks to the attitudes that many clubs have taken.
It's been you lot.
What do you mean, Milan?
It's been you lot, you joke, man. It's been you lot.
What's the last club to have won the Community Shield and won the Prem?
It's been you lot. Yes, but
it's been us.
It's one in like the last 13.
It's been us.
Let me go pull up this. This guy just absolute on a joke thing. It's been you lot, you comedian. It's been you.
It's been us. The last club to have won the Community Shield and the Prem has been us.
All right, I'm gonna pull this up right now because you lot clearly all this take it serious and and that. It's been you. What are we talking about? The reason why the record is so bad, I think it's the worst it's been is since you lot started winning the league. It's you. What? It's you. What are we talking about? It's you lot.
We've only won the last 4. We've only won the last.
I'm looking here. How many you lost? So you've lost 4. You lost 3 of your last 4 in the Community Shield. You lost 3 in a row. 2021, 22, and 23. And you won in 2024.
Yeah.
Before that, 18-19, you won. 2018, you won, and 2019, you won. You also lost in 2014. You lost in 2011. You won in 2012. So your record in this competition is atrocious.
No. That's not true. My record looks like it's 50-50.
That's an atrocious record. If you're 50-50 in finals, that's atrocious. Your Manchester City, 50-50. That's atrocious. If this competition means that much.
We're the last club. We're the last club to have won the Shield and won the Prem.
And you're the reason why the record is so bad recent because you lost 3 in a row. That's why. Don't lose 3 in a row and it wouldn't be no curse. You're a major reason for the curse being a thing. Let me just pull up the Premier League winners.
When we have clubs like Liverpool that played all out with Darwin Núñez.
Liverpool ain't even in it like that.
Liverpool were in it playing balls out with Darwin Núñez on his debut.
Liverpool have featured in it once in the last 1 second. So since 2010, Liverpool have featured in the Community Shield 3 times.
All right.
3 times.
They've won 1 out of 3 then.
No, they're 0-3.
No, that's impossible because they won it against us.
Oh yeah, I tell a lie. 4 times. Yeah, they won it in 2022. I stand corrected. Because they played in 2025, 2022, 2019, 2020, and that's it. So they've been there 4 times, so they're 1-3. But the reason why the curse is a thing is because of you lot.
No. 1-3 is 1-3 is 33% versus 50%.
Yeah, that's terrible too.
That's worse. That's worse.
Of course,
Okay.
without doubt. Yeah. But I'm saying
And-
the record is so bad because of you lot, because you lot have played in more community shields than anybody else in the past few years. So when people talk about the community shield curse, it's because of Manchester City.
They can't be doing that if we won half of them.
No,
if half
again,
of the ones
the
that we
reason why
play
they
in,
can is because of you lot, because you didn't then go and win the league or anything like that. The reason why people say it happens is because of you lot. The curse is because of you lot.
but what I'm trying to emphasize is it's not a curse because we've won the community shield and have won the Prem.
I genuinely don't think it's a curse. It don't matter like that.
Okay. And my whole point, and you had to go pull it up, is because I'm dealing with these Liverpool fans because they were talking about, oh, you know what? We avoided the curse. Stop this talk about the curse. It's not real. And we finally got to it when Flawless kind of calmed down and kind of heard the point. We got to what it's all about. You don't believe in the curse. I don't believe in the curse.
I'm saying
Liverpool fans.
It's because of you lot.
Okay, but others are calling it the curse, not us, because we've won it and won the Prem.
Yes,
Liverpool fans trying to do
that's the exception to the rule. I think is it one in the last 12? Is it one in the last 10 winners?
We can't be the exception. We can't be the exception and the rule at the same time.
You are the exception. No, the reason why people call it a curse is because of you.
But
because of Manchester City. But this wasn't a thing beforehand. It was you lot.
We who have won it, we who have played it, we don't say.
You won 4, and I bear in mind you have been in it. You lot have been in it way too often. But again, it's the community shield. Who cares, man?
These guys. Okay, you guys can not care about the community
mentions shield. It, man. Is it even on the tour? I don't even think it's on the tour. Is it on the tour?
You know what? This is what I want. This is what I want to happen for these fan bases like Flawless who care about the community shield. I want the community shield to be played abroad. Take it away from you guys. You guys don't care. You guys don't care. Take it abroad.
Perfect. Take it abroad.
Yeah, look at this.
Couldn't care less. Let me just clarify that. I couldn't care less for the community shield. It has little to no prestige whatsoever.
Look at this guy. Look at this
guy. No one's ever been like, no player ever in the history of football has ever come to an English club, top English club, and gone, I want to win the community shield. I want to win.
Now you're doing too much. No one keeps it that small. No one's just focused on.
Yes, it is. You know what? I'll give you till next week. Find me a clip of someone saying that.
Because no one just does that. Everybody wants to win everything. They want to win everything. Flawless.
No. People talk about the Premier League and the Champions League in particular. What we do?
Players want to win everything.
Of course, they want to win everything. Things that matter, that don't matter.
I don't want that attitude.
Don't matter.
It doesn't matter. I don't want this flawless attitude.
It doesn't matter. You can keep your community, win all the community shields.
I want them.
Nobody cares outside of you. Nobody cares.
I want them all. Rebrand it and call it a Super Cup. I want it all.
Yes. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares about it. It's been a thing.
Now, you know what I do care about? I care about the performance of the Community Shield because even in past seasons when I would lose in the Community Shield, I cared about it. Now,
normally you go on and win, so it goes to show how much bearing it had.
Well,
it's just an off day.
You know what's funny is had it not been for the injury plague season that I had last year, I think we do the madness and it's a 5-peat. But a lot would have happened, Community Shield and the 5-peat. It wasn't destined to happen. But I'm not accepting the attitude of, you know what, it's just a Community Shield. That's what I'm emphasizing here. Now, the players and how they performed, maybe the players are like you. Maybe the poor performance we saw from Van Dijk and Salah and him missing that penalty was because they were like, it's just a Community Shield.
I think it was just a poor game. I don't think it was because of Community Shield, because they'll have poor games in the Prem. And it's not because they don't care.
That's concerning to have a poor game on the debut. That's poor. Who
debuted?
It's the debut. It's the Community Shield.
Yeah, again, no.
Van Dijk was poor. Are
they losing to Bournemouth in your opinion? No,
I don't think Bournemouth is. Well, the only reason is because I don't think Bournemouth have the same quality as Crystal Palace.
All right, so let's get to it then. Since all this nonsense, top 8 time, Vader. This is gonna be good. There we go. Hear this. We're gonna see how much this Community Shield and all this stuff matters. It's gonna be fantastic. What is it? 13th of August. All right, let's go. 13th of August, 2025. Hey, this gonna be good, man, Vader. This gonna be good. Always one of the predictions I look forward to, man. All of the time. It's great. So, all right. Get to it, man. Talking about Community Shield and all this rubbish. So, Vader, you can start first to 8th. You can go 8th to 1st, man. Floor's yours.
8th.
Yeah. And this is as every. Oh yeah, just to clarify for the chat, everyone in the chat, this is everybody is constructed now, people. Everyone is constructed
As of
they are
so
now. So
before
there's no.
Isak, before
There's no
Isak went to
Rodrygo for you.
Liverpool,
There's no
got
Isak at Liverpool. There's no Belieber here. It's everybody right now. Big up to PLS for the super chat as well. Who says the other leagues take it very seriously. I hear that, but
true.
here they did. But you know who messed that up? The FA, because it was a shared thing. That's where they
changed that though. Flawless.
It's like a whole trying to scrub out her past life. You would know. You can't just move on from that like it didn't happen.
Oh, that's terrible. No.
Yeah, because you'd wife a hoe, right?
No. But
yeah, would you wife a hoe?
Hold on. Relax.
A former hoe. Would you?
The point is, if someone's turned their life around,
that's all well and good. She turned their life around. Would you wife her?
No, the point is, if two people have turned their life around, two people.
No, not two people. She turned her life around, and she was a hoe in her past life, and now she turned her life around. Would you wife her?
That's not the point. That's not the
point.
No.
That's the question.
That's a terrible example. That's a terrible example.
Prime example. You just don't like it, so we got the answer there.
It's a terrible example.
It was a whole competition. You know why? Because it was fucking shared. But in Spain and in Italy, it's greeted as such.
How long are you gonna hold that over the person? If it was 30 years ago.
I'm not gonna hold it against you like that.
You are, because that shared thing was almost 30 years ago.
The same way you are holding it against the girl because you wouldn't wife her 30 years later.
No, I'm not holding it against her.
So why would you not? If you like her, why would you not wife her then?
But because the point is, for 30 years to have passed, that's not time for me to get married. I'm married way before that.
Right. Cool.
But
we got you, man. We got you.
But the example.
Sure.
No,
you
don't
have your community shield, man. You can enjoy your community shield.
The point is, 30 years have passed.
Cool, man. Cool.
30 years. The statute of limitations is done.
Cool. No, it's not. No, in my eyes. It's my courtroom, my statue. I don't care about the community shield. And the footballing world don't care about the community shield.
Okay, flawless. It hasn't been shared for 30 years.
Cool. But even outside of it being shared, we don't care. Even when it wasn't shared,
we need to change the attitude.
You can care about it. I don't.
The next gen of football fans,
they can care about. They can do what they like. The next gen, I couldn't care less about it. Let me just clarify that. Run me a Premier League win over the Community Shield. I take a win in any other competition if it meant giving up the Community Shield.
The same way this Europa's been rebranded Champions League. So has the Community Shield.
But the Europa's always been it's not, because the Europa's always been a top tier, treated as a top tier competition. Same way when it was UEFA Cup, it did go for a rebrand because it went from UEFA to Europa.
The Club World Cup has just been rebranded. All the previous Club World Cup winners aren't seen as the winners anymore.
And we don't. That's why we don't take Chelsea serious when they talk about world champions.
What? I do.
That's you. Again,
oh my gosh, the disrespect the trophies is what?
I'm not disrespecting it.
You just said you don't take Chelsea serious.
No, I don't. In regards to how they talk about it, is it a legit trophy? Yes. Do I fear Chelsea and think Chelsea had his menace inside? No, and you don't either, because you don't even have them in your top 3 before we even do your predictions. That's why. You gotta respect. You gotta respect what they want. I do. Again, no one said I don't.
Those are separate issues, though. Them being world champions and them in the Prem is different.
No, I treat again because. But if a team wins the Champions League or in the Prem, we look at them differently.
No, but it's the next year, flawless.
So yes, the next year, if a team in the Premier League wins the Champions League, the next year we look at them differently because you won the Champions League.
And I look at Chelsea differently because they've won the Club
World Cup. I don't. Is the point I'm making?
Yeah, I'm saying this attitude of
we got them in the same position before we even do the predictions. That's why all of this is nonsense and needless.
No.
You don't have Chelsea finishing above you, Chelsea. You City or Arsenal. You Liverpool or Arsenal.
As of right now.
No. Say that again.
As of right now,
no. To show how much it meant. That's the point.
No, it doesn't. You're 1 + 1 equaling. That's not adding up.
Because if they won the Champions League, we're looking at Chelsea differently.
Flawless. And I'm saying they won the Club World Cup, and I'm looking at them differently.
No,
you're choosing not to.
But not differently to the point it moves anything.
Yes, it does.
So what does it move then if you have them in this exact same position?
I would have had them less. I would have had them lower.
So you would have had Villa above them then?
I don't know if I would have had Villa above them.
Okay, so who would you? Newcastle. Who would you have had above?
All right, I'll give you my 8.
Yeah, exactly. See how it is, because he knows what he's talking is absolute rubbish. That's why.
No, because you're making assumptions that aren't accurate. You're making
because you didn't have anybody above them. That's why they've stayed in the exact same position.
No, this is where it's
You
this is where
view
it's
them
getting
better. Yes, I agree. I also view them better.
okay. So that's what I've been saying.
Yes, but no, the point is I'm making is it doesn't view them better in regards to difference maker. It's not moving them up the table.
Yeah, no,
Is it?
yes, it is. Flawless.
No,
Had they
so
lost,
all right, cool. We're gonna get to it. Let me just get to these as well. Yeah, man, you got to because people like Vega. This is why I do the predictions because people talk all of this mess and all of this noise about these teams, and then when we do the predictions, they have these teams low. Waxing lyrical about the Club World Cup and trophies, man, and he has Chelsea in the exact same position he had them if they would have lost and went out in the group stage. What are we doing out here? You didn't have Villa or Newcastle above them. Stop it. No, you didn't. You had Villa above them.
No.
You had Newcastle. So who did you have above them then?
Listen, this is
Manchester.
what you're not.
Knowing him, probably Manchester United.
No.
What are we doing out here, man? Come on, man.
This is
I
what
kid a kid of Vega, man. I'm too smart for this.
I'm not trying to kid you. What you're trying.
You are.
What you're
Tell the smile on your face. You know what I mean? What are we doing out here? Big up to African Cat says it's just one game unlike the League Cups. Big up African Cat for the super chat.
No, boo African Cat. Boo him. Boo him. It's not just one game. This is what I'm talking about. It's not just one game. Listen, I'm gonna say this, African Cat. Listen, I'm pointing this out. Could this game could be foreshadowing? This game could be an example of what you need to be concerned with moving forward. Now, the reason why I say it's not just one game is because the performance you got from Gakpo is why I think many of you Liverpool fans are saying you need Isak, right? Because of what you saw from Gakpo, it's not just one game. You guys are like, we need to fix up. Defensively, what you saw from Van Dijk, if he's going to have games like that, I get it why you're going out and trying to get Guehi, why you're not so confident. This is what I'm emphasizing. This is what I'm trying to emphasize. So it's not just one game. Salah needs to play at his level. 100% he needs to play at that level. And you got Verts, record signing. I think we might have lost Wallace for a second.
No.
We got Verts.
I was just switching around. That's all.
We got Verts, record signing. You can't have games like that. Yeah, I know he was connected very well, but he's got to deliver. He's got to deliver that assist to Etekike. I keep butchering his name. Eketike.
Eketike, yeah, you got it right.
The fact that he got that goal off, great assist. Credit to him.
La Liga, big up Darryl for the super chat. This also adds into it that it's not even played on competitive rules. The Liga Super Copper is actually played with competitive rules. If you get a red in the Super Copper, you are suspended in the Liga. Community Shield is nothing you saying there is nothing but a burger. So if you're sent off in the Community Shield, you don't miss any. You don't miss a game.
Okay, so why? What does that deter from how competitive the game is? Wouldn't that add to
rulings? They don't. The FA, who you were just talking about, of rebranding it.
Yeah,
don't even consider it Don't even consider it to matter enough for a suspension to carry over. If you're sent off in this competition, there's no what's the punishment.
But hear me out, Flawless. That rule actually makes a lot more sense to me, and I would think to you, because it's one extra game that no one else has to play. Why would two teams that have to play the game no one else has to play, and they're in jeopardy of a red card suspension? That doesn't make sense.
Because they know it makes sense because they class it as a competition that matters. So of course it makes sense because it's a privilege to be there, like you're talking about, right?
So hold on.
To be there, it's a privilege.
Okay, no, but it's a if you get a red card in the Community Shield, are you not sent off?
Yes, he's not talking about that. He's talking about it carrying over to the
and my point is it's competitive because the competitive rules are in place for the game, but the carryover of that game would not be fair for the rest of the other teams where no one else is playing this game.
Nah, it's not.
That makes complete sense.
No, it doesn't make complete sense. So if a team reaches a final and no one else has played in that final, and then someone gets sent off in the final, and then next season you miss the opening game of that competition, you didn't play in that final. What are we talking about here? What is doing?
The difference is everyone has a chance to play in that final, but not
everyone was in the competition. Not everyone was in the competition. Not everyone was in the Champions League. Not everybody was in the Champions League. Let's use the Champions League.
Wait. Hold on.
Let's say you're in
a red card suspension in the Champions League.
Yes, it takes you out of future games in the Champions League. Yes, if you get sent off in the Champions League final, next time if you're in Europe the next season, let's say the group stage, you'll miss the opening game.
Okay,
But
so
the
that
teams in the Champions League, there's teams in the Champions League in the new season that wasn't there last season. They didn't have the chance to play those games. There could be a new team in Europe. What are we talking about here, man?
that's all
No one cares
containment in
about
this. Oh my
no one
gosh,
cares about the competition, man. Nobody cares.
that's all
Nobody
containment within the
cares.
same competition.
Nobody. You
That's all
can keep.
containment.
You can keep.
Daryl, that was
You
a
can
nice
keep
try.
trying to champion the Shield, man. Like nobody cares about it. That's why there's no
Daryl,
parade.
that was a nice try, but they
That's
don't
why
add up.
don't. No, he's right in regards to this, and because someone
No,
asked
he's
about
right with regards to the rule, but I think what they're doing in La Liga doesn't make sense
No, it
because you're
makes all the
having
sense in
two.
the world. It makes all the sense in the world.
All right.
Because if they consider it, it's letting it be known, oh, this is legitimate. The FA is letting you know it's not legitimate. This game is played, and if you get sent off, it doesn't matter. It has no repercussion in regards to future.
Okay. Flawless.
Oh.
Now, if Daryl is trying to say if you suffer a red card in the Community Shield and your team happens to play in the Community Shield the following year and that should be carryover, I get it. But if he's trying to say if playing in the Community Shield now is going to affect me playing in the Prem, I don't agree with that.
No,
because
you can say you're never in the Community Shield again, which could happen.
Okay, then you're never. It doesn't
so you just
apply
never
to you.
get punished. Nonsense. That's
You
why.
don't. No, you don't get punished beyond that competition. You obviously
but you
suffer
can
the
get
red
punished
card,
further.
and you're punished in the
Why
moment.
are we changing the rules for the Community Shield?
We're not changing the rules in.
We are because there's nowhere else you get a red card, any competitive league or cup competition, and you're not punished.
Because it's a 1-day game.
So and it's a 1-day game in Spain and Italy.
Yes, I think they're wrong to carry over what happens in the 1-day game.
And the thing is, if you're not there, you didn't do something right. You had the opportunity to be in that Community Shield. Let's dispel this myth. Everybody had the opportunity to be in the Community Shield. Do they not? Everybody does. Wait. Is everybody not in the FA Cup? Every team in England is in the FA Cup. So if you win the FA Cup, you get into the Community Shield. So everybody has ample opportunity to be in the Community Shield. So what's all this? Oh, it's a one-off. No, everybody can be there. You wasn't good enough.
Okay. So
you wasn't. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, you wasn't good enough.
No. Hold on, Flawless. Let me understand this.
Go on.
You're playing in the semifinals. You suffer a red card.
Semifinals
of the FA.
Of the FA Cup, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You suffer a red card. Does that carry over?
If you in the semifinal of the FA Cup, if
you're knocked, you suffer a red card. You're knocked out. Does that red card carry over?
Yes, it carries over. I think it carries over to the league. Yeah, I think it's the league.
And you think that's right?
I think so. No, I think it should be.
But this is the conversation.
No,
and I respect the pause and to think about it.
It's what it is. No, that's why I'm thinking about it because I think it is the league. No, it should be. It should be the FA Cup. But it doesn't carry over in the Community Shield. If you get sent off in the Community Shield, it don't carry over to next year. It doesn't get counted. That's the point.
Yes,
it don't get counted.
Flawless, because it makes a lot more sense because it is one game in itself.
So it is in La Liga, Super Coppa, and Italy, and everywhere else in Europe.
But I think they're wrong they're wrong to take. Okay.
Why is it wrong? You should be punished if it means something, but it don't mean anything. That's what the FA is telling you. No. You can get sent off, and there's no repercussion after the game.
Oh my gosh!
I bet you don't even get fined. What are we doing out here?
Okay, we're gonna be in complete.
Look, I'm saying it counts for all domestic matches except the Shield. You're saying it don't matter. The FA, you putting it on, telling you it don't matter. What are we doing, man?
So wait. What's the comment?
He says it counts for all domestic matches except the Shield. So I think when he says domestic, he means FA, League Cup, Premier League. If you get sent off in one of them, you can then miss one of those games. The Community Shield, if you get sent off, you don't miss it the next year. It don't carry over. There's zero. It don't carry over, and it don't go to the Prem or anything else.
Now I'm in agreement that it shouldn't carry over to any of the other domestic competitions.
Yeah, and it don't carry over to Community Shield.
And it doesn't carry over to the Community Shield. I get that. And for me, if there were to be a rule change, if one of the same teams are playing the following season, carry it over. But that seems really extra to me. I happen to disagree with a Super Cup, or a Community Shield being played. Only those two teams are playing, and what happens in that game?
No, that's why you say that. Them two.
No, I know they earned it. I know they earned it.
Yes,
listen, I've been talking all day about it being earned, and it should be played with pride.
No, they earned that in regards to they won. They won the league.
They won their domestic. They won their domestic cup, and they won their prem. Now, for the infractions that happened in that game to carry over in their domestic, I don't agree with. I don't think that's fair.
I think it should carry over. But the reason why it doesn't carry over, to my point, is because the FA don't care. That's why it don't carry over.
All right.
I think if you get sent off in the FA Cup, it should go to the Prem? No. I think if you get sent off in the FA Cup, it should carry over to the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, etc., etc. The point that I'm making is how much the FA don't care about it, that you can get sent off and there's zero repercussion for it. You don't miss the next Community Shield.
You know what I'll say?
You don't win the league. You don't miss the league. You don't miss the FA Cup. You don't miss the League Cup.
You know what I'll say? If this was a Canadian sport, Daryl, you'd appreciate this. We'd get some goons. We'd get some goons to play in that Community Shield to just foul the heck out of some of these players, take these red cards, and then move on. But that's a different sport, different attitude.
Yeah. Well, big up Daryl for the super chat.
Large
well.
up,
Appreciate you, Daryl, for the super chat. Big up Staffy for the raid as well. Make sure you subscribe to Staffy TV as well. African Cat, big up you for the super chat. Also, people, don't worry, man. We're gonna get to the what's it called, man? It is top 8 because it's gonna be good. And yeah, that's the point I was making. The Club World Cup is legit, 110%. It holds weight. Chelsea thoroughly deserved that. The point is I'm making it don't hold weight like a major is the point I'm making. It's not a Premier League or a Champions League. It's not that. That's the point I was making. But does it hold weight? 100%. I give Chelsea credit for it, yes. Without question. But if you give me a choice between that and a Prem or that and a Champs, I'm taking the Prem or the Champs.
I got you.
That's the point I'm making. That is. But yeah, anyway, top 8 time, man. Let's go. You can go 8 first to 8 for 8th.
Yeah, we'll go 8th. We'll go 8th to first.
Okay, cool. This is gonna be good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody in the chat, hit that like button. So, make sure you're subscribing. Be a part of the show. Be in the comments. If the comments good enough, Flawless, we'll bring it onto the screen. Oh, hold on. I just heard something.
Oh, good. No stress. You lot continue to run up the likes here. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well, people. Make sure you do so. Make sure you do so. And I see you lot with the crazy name for Vaya. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Big up Paul as well. I see you in the chat. Shouts to everyone in the chat as well. Big up my nephew in the cut. Favorite Football TV. Only at 89 likes, man. There's over 300 of you lot in here. Let's get up to 100 likes because there will be a show after this as well. Yeah, Vaya been on for 2 hours. But yes, run up the likes here. Girls up to 100. We're at 89. Subscribe to Vata's channel, Vata Games TV. The link is in the title, people. So click the link. Opens up a new tab. For those that are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's a regular show. Me and Vata are normally arguing about something, and it's often even United or City or something else. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to Vata Games TV. Big up Canadian Cam in the cut as well. Shout out to all my Canadians in the cut.
Canadian Cam. Listen. I'm gonna have to run into that guy at some pub sometime soon. Maybe when there's a derby.
Before you continue, hey, to the chat, if you lot want to give your top 8s right now, that's fine. I'll star them and I'll star them and I'll write them down. And again, it's currently constructed, people. So there's no Rodrygo at City, there's no Belieber at Manchester United, no Isak at Liverpool, no Garnacho at Chelsea. It's everybody as is now. That's how we're doing it. But don't worry, I'll date it.
You know what? I got to say this real quick because of the Staffy raid. Listen, if you guys missed the American Waffle, go and check that out at another time for sure. But also, when you guys get to the prediction side, notice how I play 4D chess. All right. It's a prediction show. Predictions about numbers. It's about probabilities. It's about options. Make sure you go and maybe we'll talk about it later in the show. Absolutely. Yo, Young and Egg is pretty much my laneway. So getting down there is mad easy. Yeah, absolutely. 416. Young and Egg. If you're around there, I'm gonna run into you. Trust me, I'm gonna run into you.
So yeah, for the super chat. Just you're in the hey, big up for the appreciate it.
Now,
go on. 8th. This is gonna be good.
8th, I got Villa.
Okay. You don't have to give your reasoning as of yet, so you can just run through the 8 and then we'll get to it.
7th, I got making big moves, I got United.
Cool.
6th, I got. See, this is a tough one. Things might change, but right now I got Spurs.
Yeah, don't worry, man. I've dated it, so it says the 13th of August on it. So we'll do this again when the window closes anyway.
Yeah. 5th, I got Newcastle. 4th, I got Chelsea.
Surprise, surprise.
3rd, I got Arsenal. That's actually a tough. Yeah. 2nd, I got Liverpool. And I'm a man of principle. I'm a man that backs my club. And despite not being favorites for the league, I got confidence that we can win this league, and we'll have to overcome and be the David to this year's Goliath with what Liverpool are doing. I got Manchester City number 1.
All right, why do you have City winning the league?
I got City winning the league.
I actually agree with you on that. I just want to hear your reasoning.
I got City winning the league because as it stands right now, there's something to be said about playing with pressure. There's something to be said about going back to the well and getting over that hill a second time. Winning back-to-back isn't easy. And I think when that pressure kind of gets to there, when you got a record signing, and the expectation is not just to be a good player, but to deliver with goals and assists and to help a team that is stronger than the previous one to get over the hump again. That affects players, it affects coaches, it affects a fan base. Liverpool are accustomed, they're familiar, they're on brand being the underdogs. I think it's different when they're favorites, and I think we might nip them to win this league.
All right, cool. Liverpool 2nd, makes sense. Arsenal 3rd, hear it. Chelsea 4th, Newcastle 5th.
Yeah,
What?
if they, because I was looking at this with how they still have their midfield, with how they still, again, yes, they're playing additional games this year, but they have to stay as consistent as they can, and that's why I got them 5th. That's why I still have them in the mix. If they lose Isak, listen, that changes.
Of course.
And if Spurs end up getting Savinho, and I mean, there's rumors that Spurs they're going in for Eze. Like, there's a lot that can happen, right? So even where Spurs are at, they might move. But as it stands right now, yeah, that's how I got it. Now,
6?
Because I don't think that they're going to be consistent enough to really surpass any of the other teams ahead of them.
No, I'm not saying why do you have them high? That's an astronomical.
You think that's high?
From
last year, come on, they weren't supposed to be 17.
I'm asking for you, yeah, but I don't think they're either.
They weren't supposed to be 17th. You guys weren't supposed to be 15th.
No, he wasn't. Your guy Amarim and Omar had us there, but why do you have them 6? I'm asking.
Their signings. Listen, kudos. I got kudos down to be surprise player of the year. Like, I think he's going to have.
Okay.
I think he's going to have one of those seasons where, again, and the Spurs fans, I'm not trying to take a shot. I think a lot of the players are trying to play their best football there with hopes of moving somewhere else. So when you kind of understand that, it's not a shot. It's just knowing you're going to kind of get the best from these players in terms of attitude, in terms of performance, in terms of being professionals, because they want to make themselves attractive to other clubs, and that can benefit Spurs in terms of being consistently in the mix. So yeah, that's where I got them right now. When you were talking about
what?
Got what?
Shit, big up to my guy Max for the raid, man. Big up Max for the raid. Make sure you not subscribe to GVO Max. Hope you're blessed, Max. Manchester United 7th. Why? I ain't even here to argue against it. I just want to know your reason. I think I know your reason with United because you're a big ass troll. But go on, it's gonna be good.
What? Wow. Listen,
you mean wow? You are a troll.
I'm not a troll. I can't be a troll and a gaslighter. What? You got to pick one. I can't be all these.
You can do what you mean? You can pick one. You gaslighting me right now about being a troll. You could why can't you be a gaslighter and a troll?
I can't be a gaslighter and a troll and a wind up. I can't be all those.
Of course you can. You're a content creator right now. When you go talk to your kids, you're being a dad. You Can be two. You know what we talking about?
No,
Don't mean
but
you're not a content creator.
when we talk, it's strictly GLE. That's all it is.
No, not all the time. You make some. At times you're like. Most of the time, I'm like, I see what you're saying there. And other times, you just think like,
That's it. Most of the time.
Most of the time, I actually like. If I disagree, I'm like, I see where you're coming from with it. But then the 5% of the time, I'm lost, and that's what we argue about.
All right. Well, listen.
So yeah, like Manchester United 7th. Why?
United should have never finished 15th. All right, we can all agree to that. The fact that they didn't win back-to-back games, that was not supposed to happen.
Boy, Amarim and Oma will go on.
If Amarin if he did not join United mid-season, I don't think he's got to deal with all of that stuff. You guys around 7th or 8th is where I really saw things netting out. Now, you guys crying poor, but having money to spend 100 mil on Baleba is wild. So even as it stands right now, I think
you got 7th without Baleba and out a goalkeeper.
Yeah, this is as it stands right now. You guys should have been listen. Realistically, you guys should have been around 7th last year. I was wrong. The certain United content creators, I will not make the mistake and listen to again, but I was a little too gassed. I was a little too gassed. I won't name them. Out of respect.
Don't blame others, man. It's like blaming the food because blaming Veta here, blaming the food because he got fat. That's crazy.
I'm not. Hey, I'm blaming the food because I'm blaming the uncooked chicken that I ate at your stadium. That's what I'm blaming. I'm gonna say.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, another mistake. But hey, you carry on just avoiding accountability. I respect it, man.
I made sure to avoid
without a goalkeeper and without Baleba.
You still have a goalkeeper, you just don't have a new goalkeeper. I don't think Onana is 15th bad. I think he does.
But here we are.
I don't think he's 15th bad, but I think you do what you got to do. You guys are around 7th or 8th, and even that, because let's be real, you guys should not have been 15th.
I agree with that.
So when many say, "Oh, there's so much movement," you guys aren't realistically a 15th team. You guys realistically are an 8th, a 9th, maybe. I mean, maybe that was more realistic.
And your guy, I know your guy Homer. No, to them.
Well, I think they're learning from mistakes. They've learned from their mistakes. That's why there's so much investment. It's going to be a great season. We're going to see.
Kept the manager who underperformed in the season. Where have we seen that before? Oh, go on.
I think this might be. Listen, everybody in the chat. This might be a season where we might see Eddie back on camera. We might see Sheik and Flawless in the crew. You know what I mean? Kaneki, all those guys live on camera catching up again. This might be one of those seasons where they're going to have, a lot more pride in what the club's doing.
Right, because we finished 7th.
No, but along the way there, like I think you guys are going to have some, some win streaks happening, right? That wasn't possible last season, but I think you guys are going to have. Listen, you guys, Giddy is great entertainment. You guys talking. Sunshine is another one. You know what I mean? Can't forget Sunshine and the crew. So it's gonna be great content. Staffy was a top red Staffy for a minute last year. That didn't last long. I don't think that's happening at all until there's a new manager. But but I'm thinking that this is gonna be a really good season for United fans. Now, what you guys.
It was crazy. You said this last year, people. Oh, go on, as you were.
I didn't say it was going to be a. Did I?
You said it was going to be a good year. Yes, you did.
I said it was going to be a better season than the previous one. This is going to be good in relation to thinking that it's disaster settings. I don't think it's going to be disaster settings. Like, you know what, Eddie? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that profile pic, that was probably that you probably took that during Ollie times. That might have been
definitely during the off season.
That's right. that was probably during the off season.
If we can finish 7th, we ain't calling shit. People will though come. People will still defend it. If we finish 7th, people will say it's a good season.
Wait, what?
People will say it's a good season if we finish 7th.
What do you? Okay, hold on. Knowing what last season was, knowing where you could end up this season. Because obviously trophies don't mean anything. When you guys were winning the League Cup and FA Cup, that just masked over the cracks. If you guys if you guys don't win a trophy, and what's a good season? Is it finishing 5th, getting Europe back?
It's much more because the manager was so bad. It's much more than just results and league position. How do we play? That's equally as important.
Oh my gosh!
All the stats.
Why do you guys keep moving? You guys keep moving the.
How's it moving the goalposts? It's both later. It's not just one or the other. So we can't just finish. I'll go one further. If we finish 5th, but the performances are equally as bad and we're awful, I'm still going to crash it on the manager.
But that's impossible to do. You can't have.
No, of course, it's not impossible to do. You can finish 5th and not play good, not play up to your potential. What are we talking about here?
Okay, yeah, you may not play. You may not play to your max potential.
You can be below par. You can play average at points. It could be individual brilliance bailing you out. I watched Ollie. We finished 2nd.
You know how, but Flawless, you know how amazing that would be if you guys aren't playing good football and you're still finishing 5th.
It's good, but it's infuriating because it's like, what could we do with an actual good manager? Because that's how I look at it now. If we add, scratch that, even without Belieber and a goalkeeper, if we add a good manager, we are so much better. Never mind adding those two.
All right, okay, so this is where I struggle with you, Canadian Cam.
Go on, why?
What?
Canadian Cam's my guy. Don't put us in the same bracket because he said stuff like this. So yeah, I do again. I gave Amram a free hit.
Yeah, he got a free hit last season. I understand the thinking.
Free hit from Cam on the board. Yeah, I didn't. But here we are.
Okay,
we're going.
So he said that last season. What is, and I know it's different for every United fan. What is a good cup? What did he say?
Sorry, my bad. Eddie said cup, top 6 finish, and good football is a non-negotiable for him.
So that's a good season. I would assume.
That's what Eddie's saying is a good season. Cup, top
so
6, which it would be. Yes.
All right, a cup, 6th, and seeing good football.
It's a non-negotiable. But
League Cup, League Cup,
League Cup. Either of the two domestics.
Okay.
Either of the two domestics. Which again, my problem is with this is I don't think this is possible.
Okay, but hold on. Here's what's funny.
Go.
And I know the manager got let go because he fell off of this. But Ten Hag did deliver top 6 and a League Cup. I know he didn't give you the good football. Hold on. I know he didn't give you the good football. So if I am to understand moving forward,
nephew. Thank you for clearing. Go on, carry on. Thank you, nephew. Appreciate it. He's a Villa fan. And this guy talking about you have to play well to finish 5th. They won 2 out of their last 11 last season and got 4th. No, got 5th. Sorry. That was the season before. Got 4th when they finished 4th.
Yeah.
So there we go. Because you don't play. Because if you're that consistent, you're.
Unai Emery had a.
But go on. What was your question? Sorry, my bad.
My question is just to understand, and I know it's different amongst all the United fans on what.
You said you was confused by me, so I'll clear up that.
Yeah. So Eddie's saying he wants a cup. He wants to finish no lower than 6th,
top 6,
and he wants to see good football. Now, I'll accept that. I think setting that up as this is what a good season is. I think that's the peak, right? Maybe that's a good season. What's an acceptable bad season?
No acceptable bad season. There's no acceptable bad season.
Okay, no cup run. You finish 6th. And you got good.
You're asking me. So basically, what you're asking me, what do I class as a good season? Is that what you're
or what's a threshold? If you don't get the cup, you don't get the.
To me, it's not the cup. The good football, definitely. And when I say good football, that doesn't mean attacking. That means everything.
Everything.
That's tactical. That's being proactive.
I got
That's
you.
dropping players when they're not playing. It's all of those things in regards to when I say good football. Also, top 6. Yes. They're the non-negotiables. But my problem is with that. The reason why I don't talk about my expectations is because I don't believe he can get there.
But it's good.
Even with
Belieber
with Belieber and a goalkeeper, I don't think we're capable of getting top 6. With Belieber and a goalkeeper, I don't think we are capable.
But it's important to ask. It's important to ask because if the manager does deliver this, I got to be able to hold you accountable and be like, yo, Flawless, the manager delivered.
And I will. If he turns somehow magically, goes from Krillin to Super Saiyan 3 and in manager form, and finishes top 6. We playing good football. He's being proactive, and we're balling, and we win an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. I'll be the first to apologize, grinning ear to ear, because if he can do that, hey, imagine what he can do when we add more money the following summer. If he finishes top 6, good football, and we had a trophy, what is it next season? Top 3, another trophy, even better football. What do we probably should win the Europa League then? You made a final being awful. So then what? The following season after that is then Champions League, more money added. Where if you finish top 3, top 4, what is it? Top 2 now? Are you going to challenge for the title? How far did you get in the Champions League? Again, myths. That's what it is. And Cavu says we can't have an acceptable bad season. Nah, it could be a free hit, man. People giving him a free hit, time to gel and all that, Cam. That's why this free hit thing is
one free hit. Don't do that, Flawless. You get one free hit. You don't get
people. No. Certain people, even though I think free hits is a nonsense and I've never heard anything like it at elite level sport, it's absolute just complete foolishness. First and foremost.
What do you mean?
Secondly, people
Pep pretty much. Pep got a free hit last year.
Pep did not get a free hit last night. He performed poorly. He did not get a free hit. It wasn't accepted. It was not a free hit.
No, but a free hit is he wasn't sacked after that performance.
Here's the nonsense of why
he wasn't sacked.
You don't spend 200. Yeah, he failed. You don't spend 200 million in January if it's a free hit.
No, but even but that's the point. He failed and didn't get sacked, so it was a free hit.
You know why? Because he has credit in the bank. That's why. If Amorim had Pep's resume, I wouldn't be crashing on him.
Okay.
If he had Pep's resume and a 4-peated and won the champs, I go off season. Cool. Same way Fergie I gave that grace to at times. Off season. You've just delivered 3 in a row. Off season. And I was younger, so I was much more critical than it. I wasn't looking at it as logical as I do now. What are we talking about? Like if we deliver what Pep did, I'll shut up. Give me a 4P, I'll give you 2 years. Give me a 4P and a treble. I go, all right, you know what? You can probably turn it around. What are you doing out here?
All right.
This is where you get to it. Cam saying we can't have an acceptable bad season. Cam, you accepted the bad season last season when you give him a free hit. And people still making excuses for this guy now.
The reason why I think that's a little unfair is because don't you give the free hit before the performances hit? Like a manager coming in mid-season, many would have said, you know what, I'm not judging him off this season coming in mid-season before the disaster, the non-consecutive wins.
I don't think Cam was talking about free hit before.
You think this free hit came after the actual results?
Nah. Yes. Nah. Cam was in my chat. He didn't mention no free hit. Cam ain't talking about no free hit. It's because he was so bad. Same way when I was talking about him and Amorim was on his way in and people was in my chat and I seen it on socials and all this, there was no talk of Manchester United finishing 15th.
Nah.
Yeah. Free hit. My back foot. No, I ain't talking about no free hit.
Actually, you know what's interesting? Maybe there's an opportunity here. What's the biggest movement, like standings movement from one season to the next?
For who?
Any club, like, is there in the Prem? What's the biggest?
Forest went from 17th to 7th. This season just gone.
That's the biggest we've seen. So 10 spots.
Probably more, but that one's just off the top of my mind.
All right, I'm up.
They went. We'll have to check. When they went from 17th, they went from 17th to 7th.
Okay.
The season is gone. That's the one that sticks out to me. There's probably someone else, Emery, but his was like mid-season. I don't know what Villa did. The season did before.
Yeah. I'm curious because maybe that might be motivation for Amarin and the squad to go from 15th and maybe match or surpass the biggest movement in terms of. But that
maybe Leicester. Yeah, maybe Leicester. Leicester is a shout. Leicester when they won the league, then they went from like 16th to 1st or something like that.
Okay, was it that much?
Yeah, because they was battling relegation the season before.
Yeah, but I don't think they ended. Did they end that low? Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Yeah, the thing is, he says it's not long since United was, I don't know, is that their third? Maybe he's saying he spent a lot of money since. They need a good start of the season. Now a lot of the toxic players left. The new manager, the players seem to believe it. Here, the thing is about the toxic players. He was playing these players consistently. If people wanted to, who was toxic? We talking two. Who would tell me? Who were the toxic players?
The classic toxic players were.
No, don't hit me. Hit me with names. Who were the toxic players?
Rashford.
Okay, one. Who else?
Well, a season ago, wasn't it? Martial.
No. We're talking about under Amorim. Not a season ago. We're talking about under Amorim. Who are the toxic players? Because this myth keeps getting thrown around. Players, pluralized. Who are these toxic players? Don't worry, I'll wait. No, it's man that can never mention names. The people just run with these myths.
Was Malacia toxic?
No.
He
was injured for time. He was injured before Amorim got here and then got back fit. He was injured for a long time. No one ever said anything bad about him. So who were the toxic players? Someone please let me know. Exactly. Myths. Who are these toxic players?
I know that over at United, things are toxic, though.
They're toxic because there's bad results. But who are the toxic players? Or are they just bad players? Tell me. Please, let me know, Vale.
I don't know. But
reason why we don't. All right, here we go. So we got here. So Rashford, Garnacho, Sancho, Casemiro, Anthony. So Rashford he got rid of straight away. Sancho wasn't here. He got moved on. Right? Yeah, Sancho wasn't here his entire season. He went out alone before Amorim got here.
Yeah, so but Rashford, he's speaking to the culture at United, whether it was Amorim or not.
We're talking about under Amorim. So that's what we're discussing. We're talking about under Amorim. So Rashford, he let go of, was only here a month and some change. Sancho, he never managed because Sancho was on loan by the time he got here. Garnacho, he chose to play week in, week out. Why is Casemiro toxic and Anthony you got rid of? So we're talking max here, 2 players. So 2 players is a toxic.
No, but he did play Anthony, but he also shipped him out.
No, he was here only for a month and some change. He barely played Anthony. He barely played him. He got here in November. He got rid of him in January.
Okay,
so it's a month and a half.
So he got two out of the 4. That's not bad.
So we're saying 2 out of a squad of 25 is toxic.
Yeah, but those are the guys.
What we doing, man? Come on. What we doing?
Yeah, but Mourinho did less. He talked about Pogba being toxic.
Yeah, we're not talking about. Don't move the goalpost. We're talking about Amorim.
I know, but what my emphasis is one manager talking about 2 players that can affect the locker room.
Coach, that's not you doing your job. So okay, so to home, who says you clearly see Casemiro not try, don't play him then. If a player's not trying, don't play him. If the manager actively can see it, a player not, and how is 2 players toxic? That's what I want to know. Who are these toxic players? People just throw out these phrases and there's no substance to back it up whatsoever. Garnacho and Rashford who we got rid of, and Garnacho who he played week in, week out. Therefore, he's influential at training. How do we know he's influential at training? How do we know? Based off of what? We don't watch training. How do we know Casemiro's influencing him to do what exactly? See, people just say anything. People just say anything. I want to know how 2 players is toxic. Please let me know. If you have a class of kids and two of the kids are dumb and the rest of the class is mediocre to smart, just being said, is that a dumb class?
No, but you can have a class that's unruly.
The players are lazy. So to home, you're telling me. So who's lazy? Now we're getting somewhere. Who's lazy?
All right,
this is gonna be good.
All right, I will say this.
Clarify with I know you got to drop your top 8. First Manchester City, 2nd Liverpool, 3rd Arsenal, 4th Chelsea, 5th Newcastle United, 6th Tottenham Hotspur, 7th Manchester United, 8th Aston Villa. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So who's there? Is how we getting it? So who's lazy then?
Now hold on, Flawless. Hold on. When do you reveal your top 8? When is that happening?
I can do that right now.
You have it. Do you have it?
No, I have it, but I can think.
No.
I can give you the top 8.
No. I wanted to.
Because 6, 7, and 8 is tough. That's why.
I want it on paper. Are you willing to write it down right now?
Of course,
all right. Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
6, 7, and 8 is tough. That's why I've been going back and forth. First, I know this off by heart. Anyway, my top first City, 2nd Liverpool, 3rd Arsenal. Because I want to get to this in the chat. 4th Chelsea, 5th Villa, 6th Newcastle, 7 Palace, 8th
Don't do it, Flawless.
Don't do what? Oh, it's not United. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're a bum. What are you talking about?
Why am I a bum, yo?
Oh my gosh.
Why am I a bum, yo?
Nah,
That I don't think they're top
lock
8.
it off. Lock it off.
Why?
Nah, this is crazy.
Why? It's between, I'm thinking of Brighton, Forest. They're the two.
This
Brighton,
is disgusting.
Forest.
This is disgusting.
I go Forest. There you go. You got your 8. There you go. Palace
This
are
is
in
disgusting.
Conference League. I don't think it affects them like that.
This is absolutely disgusting.
So yeah, back to it. Where was we at? So it's
you deal with home. Again, you deal with home.
You were the players. You said players are you said the players are lazy. Who are the players that are lazy?
Yo, bless up. I'm gonna try to catch you. I'm gonna try to catch you back if I can. Listen, everybody in the chat.
Channel, let them know what you got coming up.
Flawless is about to go on one. So everybody lock in. You know he's gonna get to the bottom of things. He's like a private investigator right now. He's Sherlock Holmes. He's gonna look for all the clues. But hey, the love's been great. Continue to subscribe over at Big Games TV. Hey, don't miss these shows. I enjoy it so much. And when the season kicks off, you know we're gonna have a lot to talk about because I play Wolves. I play Wolves week 1. Flawless.
Oh shit! Yes, before you go, scoreline prediction for that game. Thank you, Manchester City versus Wolves, because this will be the last show we do before the season kicks off. Sorry, Wolves, Manchester City, because you're away.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
because you're the late kickoff.
I think Wolves might be tricky, but there's going to be motivation because Ait Nouri is playing. You know, he's playing against his former club. 3-1. I'm gonna say 3-1 City. 3-1 City. Let me kick that off the right way. Now, I want to ask you for the prediction now because we got some time. I'll definitely be in the chat because you got a big game.
1-1. I've said this. One apiece.
1-1.
Yeah, one apiece.
All right. Because who scores first?
We do.
All right.
We do.
That's gonna be drama.
For some reason, I see Sesko and Gyökeres scoring. That's what I'm thinking. I see both of those two scoring. I can see Sesko scoring. I can see Gyökeres scoring. All the conversation, all the noise surrounding those two, I think they have input. So yeah, 1-1.
I like that. I'm gonna tune in. Oh, can't wait for Flawless in the Sarcasm City channel. Everybody in the chat. Eddie all amped up. Chic, Sunshine, Kaneki. I can't wait for them to all get back together again. Listen, big game. Subscribe. Be a part of the show. Yo, I'm gonna catch you guys. Bless.
This guy, idiots are true, you know. Man called me a bum, you know. I didn't have you. Make sure you subscribe to Vader. That's my bro. We might argue, but yeah, shout out to Vader. Why is it that's Eddie? We ain't finishing as currently constructed right now. We are not finishing top 8. I'm sorry, we're not. And hey, that's what I want to know. Spreads over on it spreads to the younger players. Who? That's what I want to know. We ain't just gonna say things here. You said toxicity spreads. If a group of players start being lazy, it spreads to who? So who did it spread to and who was lazy? What younger players did we play who was lazy? That's what I want to know. Because we ain't just gonna say things in the chat and not be pulled up on them. I want to know why, who's toxic? Not even who's toxic. Who was lazy? That's what I want to know. And Palace, the only reason I put Palace 7th because they're in Conference League. If they're in Europa League, I'll probably put them lower. I reckon they'll be fine in the Conference League. I mean, they'll be absolutely fine. I think they could play their second team for the majority of that competition and be fine. I don't think it impacts them. And when they get to latter stages, maybe. But as we've seen last season, you don't have to be the most consistent to, I'm 7th. You don't have to be super consistent to finish 7th. You really don't. Shout out to Vega, though. He is a supreme gaslighter, people. The show's not stopping. I just want to know where Yer is in the chat. That's all. This man said Casemiro's toxic and he's lazy. And that spreads to the younger players. So I don't know who else turned lazy on the pitch then. Because he's influencing him in training. And again, people, this is players wasn't necessarily lazy. I wouldn't say that, but players like Garnacho have a stinker of an attitude. And if you think otherwise, I'm not even going to bother saying why. They do. Garnacho does have a stinker of an attitude. Who continued to play him? Who put him back in the side? Garnacho, I agree with. Who put him back in the side? Didn't have to play Garnacho. Sancho wasn't here, VJ. You know what I'm saying? I need no. It answers to my question. No, yeah, I'll answer any question you have when you answer my question. Who you said Casemiro was toxic, he's lazy, and that spreads to the younger players. So who were the other players who were lazy? The other younger players who were lazy. That's what I want to know. These are your words, not mine. These are your words. And we're talking about Amarim's reign, people. So eliminate Sancho because Sancho hasn't been here during Amarim's reign. He went out on loan the back end of last summer, and Amarim joined in November, and he was on loan to Chelsea, and he's here now. To SM, who says Palace might be losing Guehi and Eze, it's as of now. That's when we do the top 8, it's as of now. So they still have Eze and they still have Guehi. That's why I date it when I do it. Forget all that. That's not what we're talking about. If he's that much of an issue and his attitude stinks so much, don't play him. Let's stop making excuses for him. Stop making excuses for him. Again, man want to do all this jumping through hoops. Yeah, I need an answer to my question. Who were the lazy players? You said Casemiro was toxic. He was influential in training, and that spread to the younger players. Who were the younger players who were lazy? It's a simple question. I agree with you, C24. But man want to make excuses and all of this nonsense for this manager and a group of players that are just clearly not good enough. So I want to know. Because everything I say, I have a reason to why. So these are his words. He said this. He said Casemiro was toxic, he was lazy, and that spread to the younger players. Who were the younger players that it spread to? That's what I want to know. I didn't even argue about the Casemiro being toxic or him being lazy. Let's say hypothetically that's true. Who were the players that it spread to? It was. Rashford was shipped on, VJ. That's why he was left out. He got left out in November. When did we play Manchester City? I should know because I was there. When did we play City again? 1 second. Let me check. Because he got left out then, so he wasn't under the manager. 1 second. Let me just double check. So that game was the 15th of December. So Rashford he got left out there. So Rashford had only had a month under the manager. So he eliminated Rashford. Cool. Rashford was toxic. Rashford only played a month. Banished from the squad, got shipped out on loan to Aston Villa. So Rashford, I hear it. Anthony barely played and was shipped out on loan. Sancho wasn't here. So who were these toxic players in the team? That's what I want to know. Yeah, Man United, I'll send you the link. I want to know, man. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. He said Casemiro's lazy. He's influential in training, and that laziness spread to the younger players. Who were the younger players that they spread to? That's what I want to know. Who were the younger players who were on point, and then Casemiro being lazy and as influential as he is in training made them be lazy on a football pitch? Yo, me and you both, man. LOL, Casemiro was when everything was toxic. Yeah, please tell me. I want to know. I genuinely want to know. Because I'm confused. Yes, VJ, yes. Rashford was. I'm in agreement with Rashford. But he was only here a month. He got removed. He was a problem. He was only here 1 month. So who were the other toxic players under Amarim's reign that derailed his reign and has been a detriment to his reign? So who were the toxic players? Tell me, VJ. Yeah, this guy called him. Where is it? I just call him because his username's long. This guy. Where is it? I'll find it in a sec, but it was him. Toxicity spread if a group player starts to be lazy, it spreads. He was talking about Casemiro. I'll find it now. 1 second. Hold up. Because now all of a sudden, man don't want to answer questions. No, it's that. Always goes the same way, pretty much. Shout out to Smurf because he actually held his own and called in. Shout out to Smurf. 1 second. Let me have a look. I'll find the comment. Hold up. And I'm seeing people talk about the top 8 is as currently constructed right now, people. So Isak is still a Newcastle player, for example. Guehi and Eze are still at Palace. See, look. So you said it here. Casemiro and Caboles. Clearly see Casemiro not trying. He then goes on to say he's influential at training. Toxicity spreads if a group player start being lazy. It spreads. So who were the players it spread to? That's what I want to know. It goes to the younger players. Am I making these things up, people? No. Answer the question. Don't answer the question with a question. You said Casemiro's lazy, not trying. Now you're saying he has a bad attitude and it spreads to the younger players. Who were the younger players it spread to? Who were the younger players it spread to? I'm talking, who were the players that it spread to? Don't hit me with the squad overall. Name names. Name the names. Who was he influencing? You said specifically younger players it spreads to. Who were the younger players that didn't play well? Or actually, sorry, didn't try? That's what it is. Who were the younger players he influenced? Say names. That's all man needs. If you don't have names, say names so man can just move on from this segment if you have no names. Oh shit, shout out my bro Sheik for getting to 1K, man. Love that. Big up. You lot, make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV, please. Subscribe to my bro Sheik's channel. Subscribe to my bro Sheik's channel. Sheik TV. Every time. So again, Casemiro was not trying. And because he's an influence in training, that spread to the younger players in the team. So who were the younger players that it affected? Who wasn't trying? Name names. Name the names. Because people try that stuff all of the time, whether it was a Pogba, whether it's a whoever, or they're a bad influence, bad attitude, they influence. Name the players who they influence. Who did they influence? Again, question gonna have me like a owl. Who? Who? Name the guys. Over 230 of you lot in here as well, man. Turn up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. We are going to cross over to the Man United podcast and be talking all things United. I know I didn't get to Belieber on this show, but I get to Belieber on the next show. Yes, she gonna be sounding like an owl. Because man just say anything. And then when I answer questions with a question, it's like, oh, Casemiro's toxic, cool. Influences the players in training, the younger players, and it spreads to them. Okay, so who were the younger players? Who were the younger players? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's a bad attitude. Oh, no. Always that man's replies always slow down. Right? We're going to close out and go to the next stream in a second anyway. This thing moving slow. I'm after signing on this laptop instead. I'm going to go over Sheik. I'll send you the link if you're about as well. I know Eddie's around people. The content's not stopping there at Sarcasm City TV. Seems that these late shows are becoming a common thing. But we're going to keep the content rolling. You already know the vibes, people. You already know the vibes over to it. Big up to Staffy for the raid, Max for the raid, Sheik for the raid. If I forgot you, I apologize. And we're only at 15,485, only that. But I appreciate all of you lot. Let's get up to 15,490 though. There's over 200 of you lot in here, over 230 of you lot in here. I'm asking for 5 subscribers. There's over 230 of you lot. 5 people who haven't subscribed. I need you lot to subscribe. Please make sure you do. It helps the channel. Get us to 15,490 people. We're 5 short. Big up, Chris. I see you, man. You know what I'm saying? Chris, this happens on a regular. That's why Veta said, hey, Flawless about to lock in. Because people just say anything. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, anything I say, I can back up. Are we talking? You mentioned this. Are we talking about who Casemiro influenced or who might get influenced by toxicity? I think United had an issue with influential players that made the team give 50% last year. You mentioned it. These are your words. You said that it spreads to the younger players. So who were the younger players that were influenced negatively? Name the names. Name the players. You said the influence him. You highlighted Casemiro. So who were the players who weren't trying? Because you have no issue talking about Casemiro. You've actively said Casemiro didn't try. So who else wasn't trying? Who else was negatively impacted in your opinion? Because you're pinpoint Casemiro, cool. So who else? Who else? I'm just asking for a name. I've been asking for 15 to 20 minutes now. Name the names. Who were the players? And make sure you lot subscribe to Sheik TV again, man. Links underneath in the description. Subscribe to Veta Games TV. Links in the title. That's my bro Veta. We might argue, but that's my G. Around 105 likes. Let's go up to 110. 5 more likes, 5 more subscribers, people. That's all I'm asking for. Flawless, call out your mud. Madison now calling Bruno toxic. Thing is, I don't want no smoke with Madison. He don't smoke me. He's someone I allow. Like, Madison be saying wild shit, and I'm like, yo, I've seen Madison go at people, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want them problems. I don't want them problems. I don't want them problems. Whatsoever, all jokes aside, me and Madison, in regards to it, what did Madison actually say? Let me get to it. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? So he said, bro, look at him. He's whinging all the time. Is this what he said to you? What else did he say? He's saying it's petulant. Fez, Bruno is petulant. So what do you want me to say to him? I think Bruno is very petulant. I agree with him. Now what? Twisted fate. Oh, he thinks Bruno is toxic. I see it. I hear it. But I don't think Bruno's toxic in regards to influencing others. I think he's toxic on a football pitch because of how bad he performs. You know what I'm saying? Nah, petulant isn't toxic. I think he is petulant. But I don't think he has a negative impact on people in regards to toxicity, no. But I think he's toxic on the pitch in regards to how bad his performances are. He's petulant because he wants to win. Fairs, I disagree. What's your point? What's your point, Twisted Fate? What do you want me to say? Some people like Bruno in the chat. Some people don't like Bruno in the chat. Why is that on me to say that? What's your point? I've made my feelings perfectly clear on Bruno. I'm not a fan. No. I don't think he's the help. I don't think he helps anyone play better, to be honest. I don't think he's a help. I think he's such a detriment to the football team. I think he's such a detriment to the football team. I really think he is. Blaming others, he said we all need to do better. I ain't no Bruno fan, but calling him toxic is stupid. Fair enough. I don't rate him, so people can call him what they want. Because I don't rate him and I think he's a detriment to the team, I'm not going to sit here and defend him. If I thought he was an asset to the team, I'd defend him. And that's why, even though I think S. Madison goes over the top with his criticism, because the club and players have performed so badly, when he does, I don't defend him because they don't deserve defense. That's why. And I think Madison goes over the top, but I understand why he goes over the top. So what's your point, Twisted Fate? I don't rate him. I don't rate Bruno. No, to your point. So can I get to your point? Because you were saying, oh, call him out. So if you got something to ask me, Twisted Fate, ask me. You got something to say it. Let's have the discussion. Floor is yours. You can have the debate because Yevs ran, so you know he's got his track shoes on. He did a Tony. So go on, Twisted Fate. What do you want to get to? Because you was commenting while I was going back and forth with and then the comment to ask Madison about. So, whoa, what's your point? Let's get to it. Let's talk straight up. Let's have the conversation, my guy. What is it? This is also true. I hear you on this. By the way, I felt this way about Bruno when he was in the 10. Now he's in the pivot. It's even worse. Facts. And that's Madison. Does back up what he says. He says, well, my friend is a Sporting fan. He told me he was the worst in the dressing room once he left United. They won the league first. I don't rate him either. My point is he isn't toxic. LOL, he complains and wants everyone to do better. He's never directed at anyone whose fault it is or anything. Okay, cool. Well, take that up with Madison if he thinks he's toxic. Whether he's toxic or not is not my point. He's not good for the team, in my opinion. He's not good for the team. He's not. So that's why whether he's toxic or not is like, all right, cool. Because you're not good for the team. You got anything else you want to add, Twisted Fate? Why are not many clubs interested in Sancho, the freedom fighter, and Garnacho, who thinks he's bigger than... Teams are interested in Garnacho in regards to Sancho, wages. I think Rashford. I think Sancho's biggest issue is the wages. That's what it is. If you're asking me. I think, right, if he was on Garnacho's money, I think he already gets the move. Garnacho's on what? 50K a week? Wait to that. Yeah? You don't want to lower his wages? And I hear him. I wouldn't lower my wages either. Pay me my money. I ain't lowering my wages. I'm on 250. And all of a sudden I have to take 50K less because it didn't work out with me and you. Fuck that. Someone do the math on that. 50K a week less. That's 200K per month. Times that over a year. I think I'm missing out on that much money. Hell no. Absolutely not. Can fucking do one. What are we talking about? Run me my money. I was hella mad that. Sounded like my mum when I said fucking do one there. Crazy. You can't fucking do one. What are we doing? You can do one, mate. Talking about I'm taking 50K less or 100K less. Oh, run me my bread. Run me my bread. What are we doing out here? So yeah, Twisted Fate. Yeah. Anything else? What do you want? Like in regards to us? Is there anything else? Yeah. He was offered to another club where you don't pay taxes. Where? Where did he get offered to? What club? That man should be coming out on a regular now, yo. Maybe you wait from that. This guy's a prick, yo. This guy. When I start cursing, you hear the accent more. That's what it is. When I say certain things and stuff like that, and I'm debating and things, you'll hear it. I agree he's not worth the wages, Nicky T. But somebody signed a contract giving him those wages. So therefore, pay me my money. It's like somebody coming and offering me £1,000 every stream I do on Sarcasm City TV. Am I worth that? No. But if you pay me that and you sign me to that deal for 3-4 years, guess what? Pay me my money, whether I'm worth it or not. I agree with you, he ain't worth the wages. He did a deal. That was fantastic for him. Get your money. What are we talking about here? What's the point? Yeah. Nothing. I was just making a point. He isn't toxic. I think we should have sold him. It is what it is. Faz, I agree with both. I agree with both statements. I agree with both. Man, a fool, you know. Man say East London, you know. And Nicky, maybe he didn't want to go Turkey. If he was offered, maybe he didn't want to go play in the Turkish league. So Nicky T says, because you man were overpaying, facts. That's not Sancho's fault. So therefore, pay me my money. It's not my fault. We negotiated this deal. Sancho didn't hold them hostage. He didn't put a gun to the head and say, pay me X amount. Both parties agreed. So therefore, pay me my money. Why am I taking less? Why? Nicky T, I don't know what you do for a living. You wouldn't take less. Your boss rang you whenever you go into work, whether it's tomorrow morning, nighttime, and said, yeah, we're knocking half of your wages off because it's not working out. You ain't accepting that. Simple as that. Run me my money. Nobody's doing that. For everyone in the chat, day job, night job, wherever you work. If you work for someone and your boss comes in and goes, this ain't working out, so we're going to take off half your wages. Not even half. We're going to take off 10% of your wages. You're going to kick off. 10% might only be out, no? £200. There we go. So you work as a carer for the elderly. Imagine your boss walked in and was like, right, Nicky T, this ain't really working out with what's going on. So we're going to knock half of your wages even though you signed a contract with us. Yeah, accepting that. What are we doing out here? I don't know why people don't understand that simple logic from Sancho. And he's on big money as well. What's he on? Let me check. What's Sancho on here? Let me have a look. Hold up. What's Sancho on? Weekly wage at Manchester United. Let's see. What's he saying? So they're saying he's on 250k a week. I'm saying I'm not taking 50k less, for example. See, that's you. To be honest, Flawless is coming to the World Cup season. I might drop 10% if I can prove myself to get back to internationally. That's you. I value the money over that. I'm not taking, what's 10% of 250k? I got the Google right here. Hold up. Got it right here. So 10% of 250,000. Can't do maths, people. What is 10% of 250,000? The black kit canal, clean. It reminds me of the black sharp kit that was black and yellow from the 90s that I actually want to buy. I need to get it still. I need to get it. All right, thank you, S. Madison. I am not taking 25k or less over a week. That's 100k over a month. So 100, so tile that by a year. 12 times 100k. What's that? What are we doing out here? 100k, you know. Do that. What's 12k? Sorry, 100k over times by 12, you lot. You don't know my maths is terrible, so I'm not even going to try. There we go. Thank you. I am not taking 1.2 million less. Maybe you are. You said it in the chat. To Twisted Fate. You might take 1.2 million less in your lifetime. I am not turning down 1.2 million. I don't care. That 25k could be put into performance. I don't care about earning it back. I don't care. I am not turning down 1.2 million over a year. No. Maybe you are Twisted Fate because you're a better man than me. That's what I'd say. You're a better man than me. I am not turning down 1.2 million a year. I'm not giving it up, should I say. I'm owed, by the way. I'm owed this money. I signed a contract. 1.2 million for a year. Get out of here, man. No, I'm not turning that down. I'm not turning down 500k. It could be 500k. No, it could be 200. Run me my money. 1.2 million. A man are talking about, yeah, go out and prove yourself. No, pay me my money. How about that? Pay me my money. What are we doing here? With my damn money. They play about this. And some players are unlike that, to be honest. Now, I'm saying he should. I'm saying I wouldn't do it to get back on bigger stages. No. Others will do it. No. Pay me my 1.2 million, for example, or whatever it is. No, I'm not turning that down over a year. I'm sorry. Other players have done that. Yes, 110%. Other players have done it. Guess what? I'm not one of those players who would do that. I'm not one of those people that will do that. No. Take a pay cut. 1 point. And we ain't talking no minor thing, you know. We're not talking like £100 over a year or £200 over a year. Pay cut. 1.2 million. So, all right, pay me my money because I know you have it. You owe me that money. I signed a contract with you. Pay me my money. Simple as that. That's how I'm looking at it if I'm him. Bad deal or not. But hey, we move. And what happened to, yeah, man, I wanted to know who these players, man, was influencing. That's what I want to know. See, and the thing is, we got 5 million from Chelsea. We should have just paid, and we got that all. There weren't no installments. Pay him some of that, and you could have paid him off. If you really wanted to. You really, but hey, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, a million, man say, oh, you're a millionaire giving it up. I don't care. Exactly, Smoops. United signed the contract. Why is it up to Sancho? He's the employee. He ain't the employer. Manchester United don't work for Sancho. Sancho works for Manchester United. You have to agree Manchester United been overpaying players in the past. I think that's why Manchester United not going in for Donnarumma, because his wages too high. I've agreed with this. I said that Sancho, it was too much to put him on with that. 110%. But that's nothing to do with what we're talking about now. That's not his fault. The club agreed to do that deal. In regards to Donnarumma, it depends on what he wants. I think he's worth the money. If he wants, let's say it's 200K, pay him 200K. I think he's worth it. He's worth that money. But I don't know what I'm going for Manchester United, because we need a goalkeeper. If Donnarumma joins, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. And not because the pool of goalkeepers is weak. He's top 2. The only goalkeeper here that's better than him is Alisson. Better than everybody else. Rayo, Emi Martinez. Who else? Rayo, Emi Martinez. You know, other goalkeepers, Sanchez, Onana. The rest. I think when people say that, his wages is high because it's for a goalkeeper. But again, another myth. Because it isn't astronomical. If you're one of the best in your position, you should get paid big money for it. You should get paid, but like, what are we doing? Just having a look here. What's his weekly wage at PSG? Yeah, it's like 210,000. Pay him 200K. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and he's one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. Pay him the money. Well, we move. Yeah. But hey, love to everyone that's locked in. Let me get back to this. Big up to who's still got his track shoes on. Big up T.Guna for the super chat earlier. Big up Daryl for the super chat earlier. Big up African Cat for the super chat earlier. Big up PLS also for the super chat earlier. Much, much, much appreciated, for real, man. Big up to all of you lot, man, for real. And big up to all the mods. Big up all the regulars, all the new people who joined from whatever raid. Anyone who's watching this back, big up to everyone listening on the audio platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Of course, we're on YouTube Music now as well. Their podcast section. So yeah, if you want to listen audio only, go to Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, follow 5-stars. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcasts, same with SoundCloud as well. The content's not stopping, no people. We're literally going to go live right now. Big up Zero, who's just raided. We're literally going to go live right now on staying on the channel, Man United podcast. So I'll be talking solely Manchester United. I think Eddie's around, Sheik's around as well. So we'll be talking more things Manchester United. Zay literally about to just cross over to the other show, but big up Zay for the raid each and every time as well. Make sure you subscribe to Zay TV. We're literally just going to click go live on the other show. We'll be talking Alejandro Garnacho's move to Chelsea, moving closer, people. Hear that, Chelsea fans? Alejandro Garnacho's move to Chelsea moves closer. You know what I'm saying? Also talking Belieber. I didn't really talk about it on here. Plus more as well. Smooth mentioned it. Make sure you follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. That's where most of the Premier League watch-alongs will be going down. And Champions League and Europa League and Championship and NBA Super Cups there today. Also, people. So yeah, man. Big up, man. Love to all of you lot. For real, for real. Because no matter what time I'm live, you lot are here and showing support, so I appreciate it. Big up Twisted Fate as well. Says 40 million flawless with 10 million sell-on clause. Run it up. That'd be a dream, but I don't see that happening. But if we can do that, great. What am I talking about? 30 million's a dream. He's fucking dreadful. But all right, love to everyone that's locked in. Please subscribe to Veta Games TV. We're going to be live in 2 minutes on the Man United podcast. But this has been the Manchester United, the Manchester City podcast. Man United pod meets the Man City pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and literally see you lot in about 3-4 minutes. Big up.